Hello, everyone, and welcome to Texas Card House Dallas for tonight's the big one. This is the final table. I am RJ Dupree. Joining me tonight in the booth is Eric Van Loozen, my partner.
What's going on, everybody?
It just has to scan.
And they are wasting no time, I see, so we're going to get right into the action here. Hand number one, this is our two-seat, Mr. Good, looking down at pocket queens.
Nice. 80.
Already waking up with a couple ladies in our very first hand.
Yeah, so we had a good field today. We'll take a look at those payouts and structures here in just a few minutes, but we're going to stay with this hand, and Lord have mercy, we got aces in the hijack. So Good has raised it up with his queens to 80,000, and Trickster wasting no time, not going with a small 3-bet. He's just ripping it. He's all in for 790,000 with the aces.
Here we go, first hand.
First hand action. Mr. Good makes the call. We got aces versus queens right out the gate.
Mary's got a hot date. She's trying to get out of here, so she's dealing the fire.
Deuce, 3, 5, 2 diamonds. There's a diamond in those queens. 3 of hearts. Only a queen can save Good now. King of hearts. It's paint, but it's not the right one. Aces will hold here.
Wowzers, wowzers. Ace is going to hold. What a hand there
Just
for
like
the
that.
Trickster. And Mr. Good is going to be eliminated in 9th place. So shout out to a player we didn't really get to talk much about.
Right.
First time I've seen him on here, so hope for a little bit better run good. But finishing 9th out of this large field is pretty dang good. So congratulations to him. And we'll try to get those payouts up here in just a second for you.
Congratulations to Good. Finishing in 9th place today. So it looks like we're going to play with our software here for a moment. A little over 41,000 in tonight's prize pool.
Trevor is new to the stream. I haven't seen him on a final table before. He's waking up with the ace-4, going to raise it up to 35,000, just a little over a min click.
Fuat, we've seen him before on these final tables. I think he's making a back-to-back appearance. He comes in a little bit short tonight with 176,000, but he has found a spot to rip it here. He's in the small blind with ace-king. Trevor raised it up a bit with that ace. Marcos tried to defend his button with that suited jack-9. And Fuat in the blinds. Rip City.
I'm sorry. 176.
176 is the total. 141 more for Marcos to make this call here.
See if Mr. Marcos wants to mess with it. Looks like he put about 35,000 out there. So Fuat here with right at 11 blinds. That's a little too much for the button. He lays it down, and Fuat will be happy to take it down. He's got 278,000 now.
There we go, testing to see if our chat is working tonight, and I just threw something out there. So if you guys are tuning in, say hello in the chat. Let us know who you're rooting for. If you got family or friends playing tonight, give them a shout out. This is your chance to tell them what a rock star they are.
Yeah, Eric, we mentioned that there's a little over 41,000 in this prize pool tonight. 41,700 the exact total. And Mr. Good goes home with a prize payout of $1,180 for his 9th place finish.
Absolutely. Congratulations again, Mr. Good.
Trickster. It's been a couple of weeks since we've seen Trickster at a final table, but he is back, and he is ripping. Finds pocket sixes here in early position. He makes it 36,000 to go.
There we go. There's our first chatter, Mr. Mitchell A. He's out there playing in our second tournament of the day. Good luck out there, Mitchell.
Yeah, the $175 deep stack tonight was cranking earlier.
We got 160 something.
160 something.
Stick your head out there, RJ.
Let's do it. 165 entries today. There's 79 remaining, and registration just closed.
All right.
25,000.
Trickster just missing by one with the sixes there, but still a good enough hand against the 9-7 to bet and take it down.
Yeah, able to take down on that big flop, represent a little something, something.
I got to see a few of these players before they got on. Trickster, I played a lot of 1-2 with over the last 3 years, and some PLO, some 2-5. Really fun guy, very nice player. Plays at both our locations, Dallas and Las Colinas, but been kind of a staple in our room for the last few years, so shout out to him. And of course, the lovely Miss Laura over there in the 8th seat.
Yeah,
she was on last week.
Back-to-back tables for her, back-to-back final tables.
Absolutely. Back-to-back final tables for her and for Fuat.
Marcos here looking down at ace-king suited in clubs.
David McFeely giving a shout out to our 7th seat, Mr. Trevor. And Glenn Miller saying greetings from Big O, High Little O, who just got done dominating the Texas Longhorns.
in the chat. Mr. Steve looking down at ace-king as well, and he's going to rip it. He's all in for 198,000. Marcos went a little heavy with that open. He opened for 57,000. He means business. As does Steve. He's all in.
Ace-king versus ace-king. Steve's got the 2 flush draws. Marco's got the true flush draw with the suited ace-king. Big hands to start our night off. We're only on hand number 4.
Yeah, let's go.
A lot of big starting hands. Love seeing it.
Fire emoji everywhere. We get a flush
Oh
on
my,
the
just
flop, ace-king
flops him dead.
of clubs.
Oh my goodness.
Flopping, club, club, club.
Poker is just not fair. You heard the table groaning, RJ. How sick is that?
That's a sick one. A sick beat.
Oh my God, that is vomit worthy.
Ace-king on ace-king violence, and that gives us our second elimination.
Steve.
In just hand number 4 of this final table.
We didn't get to brag on Steve, another great tournament player that plays in the room a lot. He's going to be our 8th place finisher today, finishing 8 out of 139, taking home $1,335 for his efforts today. Great job, Steve. We know we will see you again. And congrats on another final table.
That's right, Steve finishing in 8th place here. Now the players are guaranteed a prize of $1,540 with only 7 players remaining here out of the 139 that started today.
Yeah, I mentioned Fuat was on last week's final table. Nabat was on last week's final table.
He sure was, yeah. Some regulars.
Another deep run for him. His wife's out in the crowd, patiently waiting for her man to hopefully win this tournament. They said they're going to Puerto Rico, regardless of whether he wins or loses.
There you go.
I said, well, we may have to add another location to that destination trip of yours if he wins this one. And I said, Mama needs a new pair of shoes, too.
Not a bad place to go this time of year. Get away from the cold.
Get away from this cold weather. Got another cold front coming in next week.
And a player we didn't mention yet in the 5-seat, Muthu.
Muthu, yep. Got to meet him just before this, and he was excited.
There you go, yeah.
Final table.
Muthu joining us tonight here on this final table. Coming at you from Texas Card House, Dallas. Final table for the big one. One of the greatest weekly tournaments in all the land.
Absolutely.
$360 buy-in.
Chad Dunstan rooting for Laura, says, I like my sister in this. Well, we like her too. She is an absolute pleasure to be around and just loves when she makes deep runs like this. She gets excited. I talked to her a little bit while they were on break, and she was really excited and wants to take this one down. So
here we go.
You're not the only one rooting on Miss Laura.
Yeah, I believe she had a top 5 finish last time.
Yeah, she's got a lot of friends that really support her and have watched her game really improve. So shout out to her again for making another final table.
right, Muthu able to open it up from the button with his ace-7 off. Might find some resistance here. The big blind. Trevor has ace-queen of hearts. He does indeed 3-bet. 96,000 to go now.
Really kind of wanted to go
And Muthu stuck with that decision we all love so much. The weak ace on the button that gets 3-bet. He lets it go.
Odell, 1-2. Sire is ready, 1-2.
David McFeely, and if you're still in the chat, you want to let us know anything about Trevor. I don't think I've ever played with him or seen him around, actually. So
yeah,
let us know where he's from and any poker chops you want to brag on him about. He's obviously wearing a Aria poker sweater that says
Final Table.
Final Table. So, hey, might know a thing or two about a thing or two.
Yeah, it's good sweatshirt to have.
Fuat wasting no time with the sixes. We talked last week about how he plays really aggressive style. A couple pairs behind him are going to fold.
After that, it's some rags, so Fuat will take it down. Wins 40,000 there in blinds and antes.
Fear is something Fuat does not really experience.
He has none.
He has none. No fear, Fuat. And number 8, I heard the players actually talking about how they've already had 2 eliminations through the first 5 hands, and they said, Mary must have a hot date.
Just resets all the graphics.
All right, evidently Trevor is one of the nicest people in the world, and his wife is a better poker player than he is. Don't tell me that's her sweater he's wearing. That better not be.
Awesome.
That would be awesome, actually. But, hey, girls steal our hoodies all the time. We might
That's
as
right.
well steal their hoodies. Problem is, we usually don't fit in them.
Didn't scan for some reason.
Trickster with a suited king 8 in the cutoff, one of my favorites to get in trouble with.
You're out of here, sir.
He ain't scared of a little trouble. He's going to bump it up.
Second call for hands on Jay, 1-2.
And I could feel it coming.
36.
In the cutoff, Trevor's actually on the button here.
36,000 to go from Trickster, and Trevor lets go of his weak ace.
Marco's got the superior king 9, but not sure he wants to call a raise with it. He is going to let it go. King 9 is a trouble hand. I know they've had articles written about that hand. I remember Poker Player magazine when I was first learning how to play years and years ago.
Said defend the big blind when you can, but don't do it with King 9.
Yeah, so just be careful with King 9 because that hand will get you in trouble.
I agree.
More ways than one.
She can easily do that, I believe.
JD joining us. Howdy, JD.
Yes.
Saw some friends that are up in Choctaw right now playing at some events up there too. So how awesome is that Choctaw events are going on, but we're still able, an hour away here in Dallas, Texas, to blow out a $30,000 guarantee weekly tournament, adding on another $11,000 to the prize pool. 41.7, I think is what we said it was. So really cool, and good luck to everybody that's playing up there. But still a great tournament going on here today. And like we said, we have a second tournament going on right now. They had 165 entries.
Yeah, both tournaments today, great crowds. Marcos has ace-jack of hearts here in the small blind. He'll bump it up. Fuat will defend the big blind with his queen 9. Ace-7, a pretty good flop for ace-jack. We go check. Another spade here on the turn. Marcos leads out. 25,000. Fuat's got the 9 of spades. No help though. Jack of clubs on the river. Marcos now fills up.
Yeah, Jack of spades would have been nasty. He'll take 57,000.
You betcha. Yeah, you can see the blinds there on the screen. 8,000, 16,000 is our level that we're starting at tonight. There's a good look at those player stacks. Trickster in the chip lead with 1.5 million. Muthu also over a million. He's got 1.1. Marcos taking down that last pot. He now has eclipsed the million mark. Fuat and Laura down at the bottom, but still plenty of blinds to play with.
Yeah, absolutely. Laura is our shorty, but she's got 218,000. Plenty of playability with her stack right now, so no need to rip it in with a subpar hand here. She's going to be patient.
Folds around to Fuat in the small blind. He's got King Jack.
PT and Chris Day 1 2.
That's 2 letters. That's worthy of an open. He'll bump it up.
All in.
Bumped it up to 36,000, and Nabat in the big blind has ripped it all in for 300,000, and Fuat makes the call. So Nabat here will be at risk.
Wow, look at this.
But he's in the lead. Slight lead in equity.
Holy goodness.
6-6-6 the flop.
Everybody get to church.
Trevor Trevor.
7. Fuat's going to need a king or a jack here. 7 will chop. The river's an ace, and that will be a full double up for Nabat.
And Fuat down to the felt exit stage right.
Yeah, pardon me. Pardon me, I had the wrong player's stacks there. Nabat had the big stack, so that is an elimination. Fuat is out in 7th place.
Yeah, 11 hands. We are already down 3 players. Let us know, RJ, what Fuat is going home with.
Let's see what I got.
6th
Fuat.
place finish.
6th place finish is going to be 1750 tonight. Nice finish for Fuat. Back-to-back final tables for him, and tonight a prize of 1,750.
7th place.
You said
Thank
6th.
goodness I got Jacob next door in the production room to hold up a big 7 and say, hey, idiot, you can't count. We still have 6 left.
And I trusted you.
Instant motion.
I know.
7th place, $1,540 for Fuat. So a little different there, not quite giant pay jumps just yet. So $1,540 for Fuat. Players are now guaranteed that $1,750,
All in.
being 6-handed and all. Laura's going to rip it here. She's in the cutoff with ace-queen.
Yeah, speaking of, Marcos with another decision here. He's got a suited ace-4 and a million in chips. Just doesn't want to give Laura 218,000.
Trickster raised it up with that queen-8 there, trying to get in there, but does not want to mess with the all-in from Laura.
And for most folks, the ace-queen is the parking lot hand, but for Laura, it's the, hey, let me win a bunch of blinds.
Yeah, there we go.
Get
Let's
out of
win
my
it.
way.
Wins about 76,000 there. A couple blinds for sure. So now we're off to hand number 12. Blinds, the button's made a full lap of the button plus a couple, and we've already eliminated 3 players. Nabat on the button, looking down at black aces. Big stack in that big blind as well.
Nice.
Jamaican vocals.
So Nabat will make it 35,000 to go here. Min
Got
click.
the Blackbirds. Trickster probably had to do a double take. He may have thought he had the Blackbirds, but
The wannabe aces.
he's got the sailboats.
Oh,
All right. Big stacks going at it here. Aces versus 4s. Ace
Hello.
on the flop. Hello, top set.
Top set, rainbow flop, final table. Gotta feel good. No reason to scare him away.
Feels so good, he just checks it. King of spades here on the turn. That should induce at least a bet from the button.
Gotta start building it now.
30.
Nabat does bet the turn, and that will take it down.
Never got better.
Nice hand there for Nabat. All right, got our graphics up. Thank you, Mr. Cooper. This is what we're playing for today, boys and girls, ladies and gents. First place, 11,860. Our next person out will be taking home 1,750. So 41.7 was the prize pool today. $360 was the buy-in. 139 entries. So great showing again today. Players are going to be playing for almost 12,000 up top. Nice little day's work.
32.
Nabat raises it up. Trevor wants to defend. Couple of backdoor opportunities for Trevor, including just a pair. He has now landed a pair of fives. Jack should make him feel pretty comfortable with that five. He's going to bet it. King high could be good sometimes here, but don't think we're going to make a call. We had 32,000 invested in this. Yeah, it's a pride thing. He doesn't want to let it go. Did defend from the big blind over there. Yeah, there you go. Thought it through for a second. Yeah, nice hand there for Trevor. All right, 155 of y'all joining us. Of course, we are streaming on YouTube, Facebook, Kick, Twitch, and X. Thank y'all again for joining us tonight. Probably a lot more cool things y'all could be doing on a Saturday night, but y'all are tuned in and watching some poker live streams. Thank you for joining us, picking TCH on your Saturday night.
TCH Live is pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Pretty cool indeed.
Raise 36.
Marcos under the gun with these pocket fours. He's going to bump it up a bit. Makes it 36,000. Trickster's on the button here. He's got a suited queen nine.
And a whole bunch of chips.
He will make the call. Trevor's got my favorite double down hand, so that's in the muck.
Very disciplined fold there for Laura. Tempting just to make a call since there's all that money out there, but you know what? Jack 7 offsuit doesn't flop very well.
9 high flop here. Pretty good flop for Trickster.
721 needs you, big fan.
Marcos not wanting to see any more overs. He's going to go ahead and bet his fours here.
41.
Casually for 41,000. And let's see what Trickster does. If he just casually calls, or if he wants to play a little aggressive with top pair here.
Yeah, a little fun spot here. You defend your button with queen nine, get that 9 high flop, but under the gun comes out firing at you.
Call.
Just a call here from Trickster. Ace of hearts on the turn. 3 hearts out there.
Marco's not going to love that card, but he could still rep it if he wants to. Was the pre-flop under the gun raiser.
Checks to Mr. Trickster.
Cody, your food to the podium. Cody, your food to the podium.
See what Trickster thinks. That ace coming out on the turn induced a check from his opponent.
85. 93. 94.
Trickster going to bet somewhere around half pot here.
I think it was 90, yeah. 90,000 was the bet. And he's going to take that one down. Like you said, that check there allowed him on the button to take a stab himself at it.
Now we're on a quick break.
Quick little color up break here, so that's a good time for us here in the booth to remind you guys about what's coming up. We're going to play a quick video here. Trailblazer Tour.
Attention Dallas, Texas. The Trailblazer Poker Tour makes its first stop of 2025 at Texas Card House Dallas and TCH Social Las Colinas from January 21st through February 3rd. 21 big events including the $400,000 and the $1 million guaranteed multi-flight no-limit hold'em tournaments, plus PLO and hold'em high roller events. For more details, visit texascardhouse.com.
There you go. What do you think of that? The Trailblazer Tour coming to Dallas and to Las Colinas, and there are going to be some massive fields and some fun events, and that will be a good one to catch. Mark your calendars, folks, coming at you here on the 21st. You see that title event there. It's going to be an $800 buy-in with a $1 million guarantee, and another big one there, the $400,000 guarantee. That a $365 buy-in. 21 events, so I'm sure you can find something you want to play in.
Yeah, absolutely, including those high roller events. I know some of you guys and gals are a little bit more gangster than RJ and I. You'll be playing in those high roller events, so big opportunities to win a big chunk of change. And again, we had the big tournaments to kick off the year, and we've got even more going on in the month. So the month of January is really, giving some people an opportunity to really build that bankroll.
Absolutely.
And win some really hefty prizes. So pretty cool stuff. Exciting there. While they're on this little break, why don't we just show these folks our ugly faces, RJ? How about that?
All right, I'm awake.
RJ
Hello,
Dupree
everybody.
and myself, Eric Van Loozen, are in the booth tonight. As always, Saturday night tournaments here, the weekly tournaments. We crushed this one again, $30,000 prize pool, 41 plus tonight. So really exciting. Who's your favorite for this final table? Who do you think is going to take it down? We're down to 6 players.
Let's see. Trickster's got a lot of chips, and he's experienced, and he's handled these TCH Live final tables before. So I'm going to roll with him.
All right.
I think he might be the favorite to get tonight.
I'm going to go with our underdog.
Okay.
The short stack, Miss Laura.
Miss Laura.
Laura's going to run it up here in a second.
Pretty good pick.
Yeah.
Pretty good pick for a short stack.
Solid pick. You like it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let us know in the chat who you think is going to take this sucker down. If you got a friend or family member that's still playing, of course, we know Nabat's wife is out there watching him.
That's right.
Supporting her man, hoping he wins. We are sponsored tonight, not really sponsored, but by Jimmy John's, because I'm over here eating some Jimmy John's.
Knocking down some Jimmy John's. There you go, free commercial.
Kickin' Ranch chips. Now, I am a sissy, RJ. These are kind of spicy.
Kickin' Ranch.
Yeah, these are kind of spicy.
It's got a sweet name.
So why don't you try one? You want to try one for the fans? See if I'm just a wuss, because those are spicy to me.
I'm a wuss, so what am I doing here?
I don't know, but we're back in action, thank goodness.
Raise to 110.
Quick color up for the players there. And Mary is back to doing Mary things.
Try to give you guys a little relief from that crunchy chip. Pretty fantastic, though.
Okay, yeah, good chips.
Yeah, good chips. It does have a little kick. I can see where.
All right.
I can see where 5 or 6 of those gets a little spicy on you.
This gringo is a little bit of a sissy, but
For one chip, not bad. It's the perfect amount of spice, but 5 or 6, I bet it kicks in.
made me sweat. I'll tell you that.
There you go, player stacks. Trickster's all the way up to 1.57 million now.
Yeah, I didn't even realize it. Now that I'm thinking about it, we lost our 1, 2, and 3 seats, so hopefully, for Nabat's sake, it doesn't just keep going in that order, because he would be next in the 4 seat.
Right? We need some action here on the right side of the table. Muthu's got a suited ace deuce. He'll raise it up to 40,000. Nabat will defend his big blind, suited jack 4 of clubs. 7, 8. No help for the Jack 4 here. Muthu will continue with that paired flop.
Tough spot here for Nabat. You don't want to believe that your opponent has hit that flop, but you're sitting there with a Jack high.
Raise to 75.
Calling is not an option, so raising is what Nabat decides to do here.
Yeah, that board easier to be in the range of a defending big blind, so he will check raise.
And guess what? Gets called. So we got some poker being played here. Two guys thinking that they're both full of it, and they're both dead on. Muthu with the better hand with the ace high. Calling, hoping to maybe spike an ace or get a backdoor diamond draw.
Instead, we find the Queen of Hearts on the turn.
Yeah, not a card that is exciting either player, but Nabat has to continue his story if he wants to take this one down. And he does just that. Bets 200,000.
There you go, nearly pot size here, so Nabat bringing the heat here on the turn. Trying his best to put an end to this hand. And he does. Muthu makes the lay down. Nabat will take it down. Well played.
Yeah, bringing the heat, courtesy of Jimmy John's Kickin' Ranch Chips. They really got to sponsor us, you know?
I'm ready.
Yep. Jimmy John's, if you're out there listening, RJ and I will gladly take
Absolutely.
Cash App, Venmo.
That's right.
We'll take chips. We'll take poker chips. We'll take a year of free food.
Sandwich,
you know?
yeah.
Sandwiches, yeah. Cookies.
Speaking
got
of
great cookies.
Speaking of Jimmy Pierce in the chat.
Yeah.
He says it's good to be back.
Maybe
to
that's
Saturday night action.
Maybe that's the owner of Jimmy John's right there,
There we
Jimmy
go.
Pierce.
Checking in on us. I like it.
Laura, a couple hands in a row, has had good position, just not waking up with some quality hands here, as she's still our short stack.
Nabat just calls here. Muthu in the big blind will look down at 9 deuce, and he checks. So we'll go to a flop. Heads up. 9 deuce king. That's 2 pair for Muthu. Nabat hit that 9 as well. Flop goes check. Nabat will lead out here on the turn for about 50,000. Muthu with his 9 deuce 2 pair just calls. 6 of hearts on the river.
75.
Nabat still likes his 9 to the tune of 75,000. See if Muthu wants to bump it up, and he does.
A couple hands back to back for these two players.
Says, I gave you some chips last hand. I want some of them back.
$130,000 for Nabat to make this call. It's like, man, what did he land on that turn or river that's got my 9 beat here? I don't think he's got a king. Very stoic from Muthu there. That's a good poker face right there, buddy.
Both of them having good poker faces right there. Yeah, Muthu holding strong as Nabat gives him a little bit of a stare down. Nabat does lay it down, and nice hand, well played by both players. Ya boy, Mike in the chat asking, how's the place? Is it packed? It is crowded. It is definitely a little crowded out there. I don't know if I'd call it max packed. 11 1-2 games right now with 30 on the list. Got 4 1-2 PLO games going, 12 on the list there. So, yeah, it's a good room. Good Saturday night action.
Yeah, 8 tournament tables going, so that adds a little bit to the crowd tonight. Of course, this is one of those 8. 7 tournament tables
So I
going
don't
out
know
there
if I'd
in the room.
officially give it the title of packed, but it's pretty close. It's a good Saturday night crowd for sure.
And of course, down the street, TCH Las Colinas, they've got 13 1-2 tables, 5 2-5 tables, a couple of 2-2 PLOs, 2-5 PLOs, 3 of those, a 5-10 PLO, bomb pot, 5-10. Yeah, they're rocking over there as well. So you've got 2 options, but you know where the action is.
Action's everywhere. It sounds like
It's at
chips
TCH.
are flying. TCH Las Colinas or Texas Card House Dallas.
We got action here as Trickster is facing a raise from Marcos. He's waking up with the jiggities.
Yeah, a little suited ace-6 for Marcos. He made it 60,000 to go, which is right at 3x now on our new level. King 3-8. The flop, 2 spades, no hearts. Trickster's jack still best.
Yeah, he definitely disguised his hand a little bit, just flat calling for 40,000. And he's going to allow Marcos to continue to bet. Just the 1 overcard. You don't love it. And I think it's definitely, oh, I was going to say it's good for a call on 1 street.
So I didn't get to see exactly how much Marcos bet there.
I think he was leading out for 85,000, so a little more than double what he opened with.
Yeah, a little stronger than his last open. I noticed that earlier he had a bit of an open that was pretty mild. That one he brought a little more meat on that one, and Trickster and his jacks just go away. There's a look at those player stacks. Trickster still in the chip lead. 3 players over $1 million, Nabat, Muthu, and Trickster. Laura, our short stack here, but she's looking down at pocket 10s, and she will waste no time, rips it in there.
Here's my dark horse.
All in for 250,000 with pocket 10s.
Laura is all in with the tanks, just in time to get some love from another lady that we love, Sassy. Sassy's in the chat.
Rags all around. Laura will take down the blinds and antes, and that'll pay for this lap of the button because she's now in the big blind.
Sassy tuning in from Idaho.
What's up, Sassy?
Hope you and the Hammer are having a great time staying warm, staying out of trouble up there in Idaho.
I'm staying warm, but I don't know about the rest of that. And I'm barely staying warm. It did warm up into the 50s today, so we got a lot of melting done here in Dallas. That's nice.
Got Zothia in the chat.
Get that snow out of here.
Fuat has that suited King 8 we've seen a couple times. Chooses to open up that one as well. And facing the King 9, just like last time.
Here we go. This
King
time,
8, King 9.
This time they're both suited, makes it a little easier to defend. And Laura's got 2 letters, and she's suited with the Queen Jack.
Absolutely.
Clubs.
She's definitely going to defend this time after winning that last hand. She's got a little extra cheddar.
6-10 ace, rainbow. Gut shot here for Laura, but that ace come out. It's going to make it awful tough to continue from the blinds.
Backdoor clubbies. Trevor's looking over at Laura's stack going, I really can't continue with King 9 here. No heart. Laura gonna give out a little sigh going, ah. Very disciplined laydown again. Laura for the win from Texas T Poker. Love it. And Sassy asking, how are all the Dallas friends? So shout out to y'all. We definitely have another round of cold weather coming this way, Sassy. But yeah, we're doing good in Dallas. The roads are clear again after one day. A few patches of ice. Definitely some knuckleheads out there driving. Some accidents, but we avoided most of the nonsense that we usually get. As
yeah, I was fortunate.
Weather heated up today and melted a lot of that stuff.
I was fortunate enough to have my schedule as such where I could just chill at home for a couple of days, so that was pretty nice. Didn't have to get out and about in any of the messes. Nabat with another raising opportunity. This time he's got jacks. There you go. He's been able to open at quite a little bit of a high frequency, so he's going to show that one. Got a real one here.
Okay, I got 2 8s.
So Nabat with a little bit of a rush, that puts him in second place in chip stacks now at 1.16 million. Laura has made it through the blinds, remaining even, hanging on to that 230,000 now.
Needle out of my throat.
He's just twisting it a little.
Yeah. He is, huh?
Laura
on the button.
How about ace king on the button? Let's go. Shippy Longstocking.
11 blinds and a tickler, and that's good enough to rip it. 230,000 in there.
Yeah, a couple times she's put out those big bets, and ace 4 suited is what Marcos has had. Just doesn't want to give all those chips to Laura, but ace high is sometimes good.
Yeah, Marcos has had that medium spot that we all would like to avoid at final tables, and again, he finds himself in that medium spot.
Yeah, the desire to knock out an opponent and potentially ladder up can be there. Not a huge pay jump between these next two places, 6th and 5th. I mean, it's almost a quarter of his stack, actually almost a third.
Yeah, pretty medium spot here. I think it's a little too pricey for me, but I wouldn't blame someone if they have a go here.
Does have the big blind behind him as well. Haven't seen what our big blind is holding yet.
He does make the lay down. Big blind has 4 high, so he's in the muck. Laura takes it down.
Laura survives again.
Marcos anxious to see that one, but it's in the muck. You'll see it on TV
No, I never won.
or laptop.
If I don't call
This was one of those mystery bounty type tournaments that may be a little bit too tempting there to make a call.
Yeah, right.
There was a lot of money, but again, the pay jumps.
I like to defend with those suited aces around 6, 7, 8 times the blind, but man, 11 times the blind, it's just a little pricey for me.
Raise 40.
Trickster under the gun with the 2 9s. Laura is going to one-up him. She's got 10s, and we know she's definitely going to get called by Trickster.
Yep.
See if anybody else wakes up with anything. No.
Rags everywhere else. Trickster now.
Trickster doesn't even want to. He's like, how much is it, damn it? 240,000 more to call.
There you go, kind of the exact same spot, even though the hand is probably better than the suited ace 4.
Oh.
And he's like, are you serious?
Are you serious, Clark?
She's got me with 10s, the 2 red 10s.
All right, Laura's going to be at risk. Trickster makes the calls. Laura's at a big advantage here. Her pocket 10s versus Trickster's pocket 9s.
Ooh, how about a 10 ball?
Queen 10-3, 2 spades out there. The only hope for Trickster.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, and a gut shot now.
4 outs, 4 jacks. Oh.
King of clubs.
Whew.
It's paint, but that's a full double up for Laura.
Full double up for my dark horse. Laura now going to have 610,000 in her stack. So a much needed double up for her. And in great position there too, as she's now got an orbit of free hands.
There you go. So now she's still the short stack at 610,000, but that just means all of our players have a lot of blinds now.
Yeah, 30 big blinds for everybody, minimum. So that's great double up there for Laura. Great timing. She really has been on a heater. I mean, the ace-king,
right?
10s twice.
Yeah, a couple of good laps of the button there for her to navigate. And finally gets that full double up to 610,000. So it'll be interesting now to see the players play out here, as now everyone over 30 blinds.
40.
And back to business, though.
Back to business. She's not stopping. She's got ace queen this time. Min clicks it up
Oh,
to 40,000. Muthu waking up with the kings.
wow. Wow, wow,
Small
wow.
blind.
I was going to say, she's able to just make a normal min raise here with a hand as strong as ace queen. And Muthu in the small blind, waking up with the Cowboys. See how big he makes it here.
Raise. 115.
Trickster waking up with a couple of eights.
Wow. Okay, so we got a lot of fire in the hills here as Muthu wakes up with kings. The big blind has eights.
Yeah, definitely a spot here. A lot of players who aren't as experienced in tournaments might just rip it there with the ace queen. Laura got those fresh chips. Ooh, what a flop.
10, 9, jack. Laura's going to be open-ended, but we know that 2 of her 8s are gone, and Muthu holding 2 of her kings.
So 4 of her outs right there are already gone. So she's got 6 outs total here. She's definitely going to continue.
It's a small continuation bet here from Muthu as he bets 75,000. 9 of clubs pairing the board here on the turn.
Takes away the kings as an out, so her 2 kings that were outs are now gone. Muthu would fill up there.
So now she's going to be drawing pretty slim here. She'll need an 8 or an ace.
He's probably putting her on like an ace-jack type of hand here too. Ace-jack, ace-queen, specifically what she's got.
Yeah, any of the big aces you'd like to be against in this spot. He's going to put a little more heat on this one. He bets 200,000.
Yeah, now this is the spot where Laura is going to do some inventory and decide, do I really want to call here without a pair?
That's about half her stack if she chooses to call.
Yeah, she was just down to 230,000 a second ago, so she's still got plenty to work with here.
Nice
no reason
down
to get it in there. I mean, everything from the way she played it pre-flop by not going all in, like a lot of, people who are just, not used to tournament play,
Right.
just get overly aggressive and just rip it there. And it would have been bad news bears for her, but well played by both players there. Muthu taking that one down, though.
Yeah, with 2 cards remaining, you'd like to call that small continuation bet.
Okay.
And then when they bring the heat on the turn, you're really kind of priced out of there. And
Right upon.
Laura knows that, makes a nice laydown.
She's got 20 big blinds here, and she's got pocket 6s. Let's see what she elects to do
Man,
here.
she's had some hands to play here.
Yeah, definitely getting those playable hands. Flops, turns haven't always worked out.
Min clicks it up.
And takes it down.
40,000 to go, no resistance this time.
Yeah, and those 3 all-in shoves by her have really kind of, made her presence be known at the table.
Absolutely.
Players aren't going to call very light against her right now because they know she's capable of putting the whole stack in. So,
Yeah, and a lot of these players have played with Laura quite a bit. Nabat and Trickster, the obvious ones, as we've seen those 3 on TCH Live quite a bit. So they know when she's mixing it up over there, it's not usually light.
Trickster talking about that hand, letting Laura know that he had 2 8s, and she's like, oh, there's 2 more of my outs.
Yeah, right? Makes her feel good about that laydown.
ADHD Poker, one of our favorites, and tournament crushers himself. How you doing, my man? Welcome to the chat, brother.
Ace queen out again. This time it's Nabat. He'll raise it up. Makes it 40,000.
Laura has a member of the royal family, but has a he's going to let that one go.
Don't worry, I'll put it in.
Hand number 27, TCH Live. This is Texas Card House, Dallas. Saturday, Figure 1 tournament, $30,000 guarantee for a $360 buy-in. Crush that today. Total prize pool is just over $41,000.
Players are well within the money now, and Starting to loosen up a bit, have a good time, crack some jokes.
Yeah, I like it. We actually get to listen to them, so y'all don't have to hear us this whole time. Love it when the players chat it up a little bit.
Yeah, it can definitely be intimidating sitting at the final table under the lights.
Cameras and the action. Trevor says, I'm not intimidated. I got the button and a queen 6, so I'm just going to raise and get you guys to fold whatever you have, and it's going to work.
Yeah, about half the time there's rags behind you, so you might as well bump it up.
Should work here, I said. He only did make it a min raise. Marcos may just say to hell with it and call with that 9-4 offsuit.
And he does.
Absolutely. Shout out to the lovely Miss Mary. Doing a great job dealing tonight.
Jack 7 our flop. No help for the 9-4 defending. Marcos throws a small bet out there.
Trevor was the one who put the bet out there.
Pardon me, Trevor. Thank you. It's the second time I've done that tonight.
Hey, got a couple new faces on here. Check on that turn 10. Neither player landing a pair. Marcos, though, now going to take the betting lead.
Bet's 80,000 here. Pretty small bet here for this river, but that's enough. Well played. He'll take it down.
We've seen that a couple times at the final table where a couple of players with some really marginal holdings or holding nothing at all have kind of switched positions there.
Yeah, right. And you love to see it, right? These folks are playing after it.
Yeah, they really are. Check and turn.
One more.
Out of position player says, you know what, I think in position they're checking to me on the turn. Might be weak. I'm going to take the lead on a river whether I hit or not. And that took it down there for Marcos. ADHD Poker says, thoughts on adding time chips for any of the Trailblazer tourneys? You think it will be fun or not? So are you talking about like the time banks that players get in some of those larger tournaments where you've got just a little bit of time before you have to make your decision?
Yeah, those time chips can be interesting, to say the least. You know, we all hate players stalling out for no reason, but those can be overutilized at times, and people can end up taking more time because they have a time bank.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if we've talked about that or not. I have not heard any whisperings of that, but could be wrong. I know you're in the room quite a bit. Have you heard anything yourself, ADHD? Trevor going to use his position again in the cutoff. Raise it up pre-flop with King 10 and take that one down.
Pretty good hand that time. King 10, an easy open. He's had to work for his opens thus far. Looking at King 10, he's probably pretty happy there.
Mitchell A. chiming in said it would be interesting playing with the time bank chips, but most people play pretty quickly in Texas, and I will say pretty accurate there. You know, we've got some cash game players coming in from overseas that slow it down a little bit, to say the least.
Yes, they will.
Or sometimes the people who have had a few complimentary beverages might slow down a little bit, but I think for the most part, we're a speedier playing room. We're not playing for millions and millions of dollars, even though these prizes are quite nice. We don't get those super tanks at all those bubble levels that just get so obnoxious. Watching those on TV is just so annoying, seeing guys tank trying to ladder up or make it past the bubble.
Yeah, and these big multi-table events, multi-day flights, it really takes out some of the purpose for stalling. And if the tournament's ran correctly, which our tournament directors do a fantastic job.
Shout out Donovan, Felipe.
Keeping players in their seats and
Deb.
Tables will run bubble hands kind of at the same time. And
Yeah.
so there's ways to avoid that quite a bit without having to have the time chips.
Muthu's going to take that one down. He is still our chip leader at 1.34 million. Of course, you can see there a double up through him by a lot of the players would really flip things because he, even though he's the chip leader, does not have a far and away chip lead here. So a very tight race here for these 6 players. Our short stack still has 20 big blinds, so a lot of playability here. Hand number 30. Blind levels at 10,000, 20,000, 20,000.
Suited Jack 9 here, one of my favorites to get in trouble with on the button, and sure enough, Trickster in the big blind with Ace King.
Raise 120.
Says, you want to limp in on the button, I am going to punish you when I have a big hand. I think it's a spot where you're just going to let that 20,000 go. Pretty chunky raise here. Wow. Nabat wants to see a flop with a suited Jack 9 in position.
Nabat not afraid to defend his position as well. He wants to see a flop, and he gets a big one.
Gets a big flop here.
Jack 7 on the flop.
50.
Down bet there from our 6 seat Trickster. And quick call from Nabat.
3 of hearts here, so Nabat's trips improves to trips with a flush draw.
Yeah, nice improvement. Not a spot where that naked ace of hearts is really going to do you much good.
125.
He's going to keep betting it though. And we'll see if he shuts down on this river.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Good card to shut down on.
6 of spades, the river, pretty bricky here.
Called you pre, called you on the flop, called you on the turn.
Yeah, that puts a lot of hands in play that's pretty similar to what he has, and he does check and fold to the bet.
Yeah, pretty hefty bet too. From the bot there as he takes that one down. Nice hand. Your boy Mike, the buy-in today was 360.
30 now, guys.
For a while, this bigger one tournament was $400 buy-in. We went back down to the 360, and the prize pool is still pretty nice. Throw that up real quick as Mary gets this next hand dealt out.
Yeah, either way, it was a $30,000 guarantee, so
Yep.
now it's a little better value at 360 to jump in that 30,000 guarantee, and you can see the prize pool today crushing 30K. We're up to 41.7 in today's prize pool.
Just under 12,000 for first place, so really a nice, weekly tournament that Donovan and our tournament directors here have been putting on. Of course, we've always had the even bigger one every month, and this month we're going even bigger with the Trailblazer Tour coming in. So a lot of tournament opportunities to win, 10,000 plus.
Big, bigger, and Mas Grande.
Yeah, big, bigger, and Mas Grande. Trailblazer with the
All in.
$1 million guarantee. Trickster, though, says, I want to win this sucker. I'm going all in. I got pocket nines.
Trevor does give him a quick pump fake with the 6 deuce.
Trevor says, I think I'm about this tall, 6'2", but I'm not going to play the 6 deuce. That's what I think about every time I see 5'9" offsuit. I'm like, you know what?
All right.
I'm 5'9",
yeah,
but I
that's my
can't
height.
play this hand. I can't play this damn hand.
6'2" with some big boots on.
That's all I say. I got my 1.5-inch heels on these boots today. I'm probably closer to 5'10" today. I'm not playing 5'10" offsuit though either. Nabat has the Queen Jack offsuit. Blinds have gone up, 15,000, 30 and 30. Just gonna let that go.
Doesn't want to mess with the Queen Jack in early position here. Muthu, the hand of the night, the suited king 8. He gets to open with that suited king 8, makes it 60,000. Not much behind him, so this should work.
Laura doesn't want to play her age, 24, offsuit. Not interested.
2-4 off.
Blinds have gone up. 30,000. 30,000 for the big blind now. Puts Laura around 12 big blinds.
So yeah, it kind of puts her back in that spot that she's been familiar with. And nothing wrong with that. If you can bottom feed a little bit, pick up some pots here and there, and remain at that 11 to 14 stack, you can actually ladder up pretty good. Trickster looking down at aces. He's in the cutoff.
He's had a lot of pairs at the final table. None better than this one, though. 2 black aces.
Able to open it up to 75,000.
Marco says no. No love for the Jack 6 and gonna let that one go. So I had a couple more friends of mine got interested in the live stream after seeing you and I post some stuff on social media.
Oh, yeah?
So shout out to my high school buddy, Stephen Cravens, Brandon Rich, guys that have been watching the live stream. So if you're out there, howdy, howdy.
Yeah, welcome aboard.
I know they better be liking and subscribing to the channel.
Thanks for checking us out. Thanks for all those likes. Thanks for subscribing. You definitely don't want to miss out anything TCH Live is sending your way.
Absolutely. Got almost 300 folks watching right now across all of our streaming platforms. So thank y'all again for tuning in on a Saturday night. Hit that like button, hit subscribe. You can always go back and check out all the content that TCH Live puts out. A lot of highlight reels, a lot of old streams that were really fun. And of course, we do stream at all of our locations: Houston, Austin, the Rio Grande Valley, and of course, Dallas.
Trevor's got King Jack in the cutoff this time. Makes it 75,000. Pretty raggy behind him here. Nabat has the dirty diaper. That's in the muck.
Dirty diaper. You know, I never watched that WSOP event that guy made that hand famous, the dirty diaper hand, 3-2 offsuit.
Yeah, I'm not actually familiar with the story either. I may have to check it out.
Can't remember the guy's name. Kind of think I know his face, but yeah. 3-deuce offsuit out of nowhere. Became famous.
Back in the old days when I could remember everyone's name. When I could remember everyone's name and knew all the characters, I really followed the WSOP quite a bit. And
Donovan let me know his name was Rigby.
Rigby.
The dirty diaper, Mr. Rigby.
Here we go. Shout out to that guy. Yeah, as the fields have gotten bigger and the game has gotten bigger, you just lose track of a little bit of who's who, and I haven't been as attentive as I once was. Marco's going to raise it up. King 10 on the button.
What's the first name, Mitchell?
Yeah, Mitchell's familiar with old Rigby.
Nicholas Rigby? Okay, Nicholas Rigby. Cool. Yeah, I mean, the poker names, I still know a lot of the faces and names, but you got to look for the poker stuff now.
Yeah.
It's not on ESPN every day like it used to be. But, you know, you got Poker Go and YouTube and all kinds of different avenues to check out Poker Live now. So
some rags in the blinds here. Marco's able to take that down from the button. Picks up 75,000 in blinds and antes. Here's a look at those player stacks. Laura hanging out at the bottom at 345,000. The only one really in danger of nearing that 10x short stack mark. Everyone else still with plenty of chips here. ADHD. I miss ESPN poker. Cheers to that, don't we all? Well, if ESPN wants to bring back poker, you know, Eric and I, we're available.
Oh, there's my favorite player name. My name is Jeff, a.k.a. Tiny Platypus. Says, don't forget about Rigby's buddy Mordecai.
All right, we've got some action here. Nabat raised it up with suited king 4. Trickster again with aces. Turn those things in once in a while. This time they are of different colors. Ace of hearts, ace of clubs.
It's 175.
Trickster again with an opportunity to 3-bet Nabat.
All right.
This time Nabat will not defend his button. Let's Trickster have it.
Knock on wood, but aces are undefeated so far at this table. And I just found out from Donovan, it wasn't Nicholas Rigby, it was actually Eleanor Rigby.
Eleanor Rigby.
Yep. I don't know if you guys have heard of Eleanor Rigby. If you're over the age of 30 and you haven't heard of Eleanor Rigby, I don't think you've ever gotten outside of your house. But if you're under 30, you probably have no clue, and that's acceptable.
Don't the Beatles sing about that person?
God, you had to ruin it, RJ. Jeez, man.
Oh.
Yeah, Eleanor Rigby, indeed.
The one guy that doesn't know squat about entertaining and music ruined it for everybody.
But thank you, Donovan, for that bit of information. There was a great cover song, or a band covered Eleanor Rigby, and I'm going to send you that video because the lead singer looked like you. A heavy metal, hard rock version of Eleanor Rigby that was pretty cool.
There you go. I like it. Muthu likes his ace on the button. He'll raise it up. Makes it 60,000 to go.
Only one remaining Beatle left, right? Paul McCartney? Last
I
one?
have no idea on that.
Ringo was gone, man. Is he still around? Johnny Ringo or Ringo Starr?
Yeah, you guys are speaking a different language for me. I'm terrible at that stuff.
It's a trivia question, man. Are there more than one Beatle still left? Is it now just the Beatle, or are there still 2 Beatles?
Yeah, Tilted Poker mentioning if ESPN doesn't broadcast the World Series of Poker, which network does? And yeah, it's mostly on different apps now.
All right, our new player to the table, Bobby Randolph, is rooting for him. Trevor says, "Let's go, Trevor."
I think ESPN will still dabble in the WSOP once the main event comes around a little bit there at the end, but
yeah, Poker Go's the ones that are putting out all the content.
For the most part, you got to find it on apps anymore.
All right, back to the action though.
Nabat raised it up with pocket 6s. Trickster tried to sneak in there on the button with 10-7 of clubs. Trevor looking down at pocket kings. He's in the small blind.
Right on time for his buddy Bobby. All in.
All in with a big all in. 550,000 here from Trevor. Be far too expensive for the holdings that are out there, and he will take it down. Picks up 180,000 there.
Yeah, that's always frustrating in a spot like Trickster was in there. You try to get in for a nice cheap, price because you've got like a suited semi connector, and then boom, you get raised. You get punished for it when somebody in the blinds, like Trevor there, wakes up with a real hand, the kings, and you just have to frustratingly fold. But all right, thank you, Dwayne. Dwayne let me know Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr are still alive. I was wrong.
I at least have heard of those 2 names. I'm not under a rock. Too bad.
Ringo. I'm sorry, Mr. Ringo, wherever you are.
Muthu again with a suited ace. This time it's ace 7 of hearts.
Yeah, that's right. CBS Sports does carry some of it. That's right, Mitch.
Trickster in the cutoff with king jack of hearts. Does not want the second nut flush here.
155.
Trickster does find a spot here to 3-bet it up though. 155,000 to go. That will get rid of the blinds, and it's back to Muthu.
course, playoff football is what's on TV today, so you got some shouting out in the room. A lot of folks here locally. We have a lot of friends that have either moved here or come up here from Houston, so shout out to those Houston Texans that showing our Cowboys actually how to win a playoff game.
That's right, pulling it off today. Underdogs at home against the Chargers and handling that business.
Oh, they handled that business. They looked like absolute dog trash in the first quarter, and they turned it on and sent Harbaugh in his khaki pants back home. Faison saying, I've never seen such a tight final table. Well, we eliminated 3 players really quick, and we've got a lot of stacks that are super close. So it has been a little tighter as these players are trying to navigate.
Yeah, and really for a final table, we are seeing quite a bit of flops here.
Had a lot of all-in shoves from shorter stacks as well, so a little bit of everything so far. Trevor going to take down another one. Speaking of football, those Baltimore Ravens at home against my brother-in-law's Pittsburgh Steelers.
My brother-in-law's Pittsburgh Steelers as well.
Gracious. So RJ and I both have brother-in-laws originally from the PA area, and they are
not happy.
Not happy right now as Baltimore is up 21-0. Derrick Henry's got 100 yards on 13 carries in the first half. Your boy Lamar got 64 yards rushing, so they are running all over them. Trickster waking up with a suited ace-6 of clubs.
And six-handed here under the gun is in decent position, so he's able to raise it up.
Nabat with the tanks, another popular hand of the night so far at this final table. If it's not aces, it seems like it's tens.
Yeah, these two have been battling it out. A couple of 3 bets at each other. And we may see another one here.
They're praying that I don't win this thing.
67.
Nabat goes with just a call here. That might bring in Muthu here. He's got the old one-gapper, 9-7 of clubs.
One of my favorite hands there.
Little does he know he does not want clubs.
Tilted Poker about to throw a fit as well as a Steelers fan. Yeah, Steeler Nation. Got a lot of fans. Not happy right now.
Ace, 8, 9. Only one club here. Everyone landing a little piece. Kind of, sort of.
Giuseppe. I guess I'll still say hi to you, brother, even though you're an Eagles fan, damn it.
So Trickster able to continue here. Under the gun raising with ace-6 and lands the ace. Muthu has middle pair and backdoor clubs, but does not want them.
That's actually not the Negreanu hand, my friend. 10-7 is the Negreanu.
Muthu makes the call. We'll see a turn. Queen of Hearts. No help for either player. Muthu checks. Trickster now in one of those spots where you could possibly check for control. You could possibly try to blast your opponent out of there. Or you could feel like you're in a position to bet for value. Let's see what he goes with. Does check here. Oh, and a terrible river for the check as Muthu lands another 9. Muthu now with trip 9s.
Called for the niner.
Does check it.
That's what we're doing?
And a great check by Trickster is now he's chopping with almost all aces. Sees the bad news, though.
Bad news indeed. Finds that river a little disgruntling.
Yeah, I think the two gentlemen know each other pretty well. I saw them on break before they got to the final table, chatting it up a little bit. So it's probably a little extra needle there when it's your buddy that catches that third 9 on the river on you. But
and I actually don't mind the check there. You just have to avoid that stinking 9 after checking the turn.
What is that thing that looks like a cloth that was in my meal? No, cloth.
Oh, cloth.
Yeah, what was that?
I thought you said clock.
What was that terry cloth that you guys put in
60.
there? Was I supposed to wipe the meal down after it was done with it? Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Washington, 1
Here we go. That's right. The 9-7. Now the Muthu from now on.
it is the Muthu.
Laura's all in. She's got the ladies.
And you didn't even mean to rhyme there, but you said true, true. It's now the Muthu.
Definitely still juicy.
Laura waking up with the ladies.
Trevor's trying to get in there with that ace-9, but finds some resistance right behind him as Laura has ripped it for 270,000.
I think losing 60,000 in chips with the ace-9 is probably enough, but you never know. Could spike an ace and eliminate a player.
The spot always interesting where you know it's highly likely for you to have a 3-outer, whether it be the ace or the 9. You could be up against a big ace or a pocket pair.
Yeah, if your spidey senses are going off so well that you know your opponent has to have a pair under a 9,
right,
then sure, call with your 2 overs. But we know that was not the case there, and the ace-9 just needs to go into the muck more often than not there.
And that's why it's important to stay above that 10x mark if you can, because when you throw down, it's just over the price for a lot of those medium aces and stuff like that.
Yep.
So that's what's keeping Laura alive over there. And she's chipped up to 405,000 now.
Jeff, that is funny that you brought up the Negreanu. I was watching him play a little bit earlier today on Poker Go. They had an event going on, and it just reminds me, like, why did he like 10-7 so much? He was quoted, I remember, saying that he likes it better than aces because it never loses.
Never.
And I'm like, 10-7 offsuit? Bro.
I bet I've lost a couple with it.
Good God. It's a trash hand. Come on, Negreanu. But then again, we like watching Negreanu play. We don't always like what he says. We'll just leave it at that. He's a quirky little dude. A rich one, though.
Yeah, back in the day when I had a famous Twitter, I had a couple conversations with Mr. Negreanu. That was pretty cool.
Did you ask him where all that hair came from of his?
I did not.
I think it was Miracle Grow.
I need some of that.
Yeah, me too.
Tom Brady hair Miracle Grow. I'm in.
1 hour into this sucker, 6-handed. Had 3 eliminations early on. These 6 players are still fighting it out. Laura, 2 weeks in a row, representing the ladies as our only lady at the final table.
There's a 65.
Proving once again she can hang with the boys.
Trickster in a good spot here to bump it up. Knowing Laura in the big blind there, can't do a lot of defending unless she's got a hand.
I'd say the bot stepped away. There he comes.
Oh, we won't, Fazan.
Absolutely.
All right.
60.
Nabat's under the gun here with ace king of clubs. He'll bump it up to 60,000. That's a min race. Marcos defends from the big blind here with king deuce of spades. Heads up to the flop. Ace 10-10, ace king lands here for Nabat. Flop goes check, check. We're still checking here.
Check. 75.
Nabat now able to bet the river here. Small bet here, trying to get some value out of that ace king. Marcos did river a pair here, so it makes it worth it a little bit, and he makes the call. Nabat will turn over a winner there. Ace king lands and takes down a nice pot, 315,000, a profit of 180,000. So yeah, blinds here, 15,000, 30,000. These chip stacks are settled in here just a little bit here for this level. Sometimes that'll happen and that slows it down just a bit. We'll get one more bump up here in the level in about 5 minutes.
Muthu, another popular hand of this evening's stream. The pocket nines.
Pocket nines again. The truck starter has been out there quite a bit tonight. Laura, let's go with that weak ace on the button.
Nabat might come along. There you go. Now we're going to see a flop.
Nabat able to defend here. Queen deuce of hearts. 4, 5, 6, 2 hearts. Pretty good flop here for pocket nines, a 6-high flop.
Straight draw and heart draw for Nabat.
We'll have to avoid this big combo draw for Nabat. Gut shot, a flush draw, and an over. So now Muthu picks up a gut shot, taking away a couple of cards.
Hello, straight.
3 of diamonds on the river, and that's a straight for Nabat.
8 high board. You're sitting here with 2 nines, and you're going, what 7 or deuce does my opponent have? Well, he's got one.
So Nabat mixing it up here. Last hand he went for extreme value on the river. This time trying to punish Muthu. Betting 200,000, nearly a pot-sized bet.
Muthu still at 1.4 million. Just wondering, wow, I checked the turn to him. Maybe he thinks I'm weak. I actually have an overpair here. Makes the call and gets the bad news.
Does make the call, and Nabat turns over the deuce with the queen deuce of hearts. Big flop for him, and it gets there, and he'll pick up a juicy pot here. 665,000 in that bad boy.
200, right?
Our boy Phony Targeson joining us. Have a great weekend yourself, and thanks for the reminder. Telling everybody to smash that like button and hit the subscribe button as well. TCH Live streams from all of our locations: Dallas, Rio Grande Valley down there in Edinburgh, Texas, Austin, and Houston. And we would all greatly appreciate it if you would continue to help us grow this channel so we can keep putting out content. We're always looking for ways to improve and give you guys some more fun stuff to watch. Thank y'all very much for joining us, though. There's over 300 of y'all watching across all the streaming platforms, so thank you so much. And hello, nines. Once again, Marcos now has him on the button.
Pocket nines for Marcos on the button. Yeah, these cards have been a little bit quiet for us. Saw the train wreck in the first hand as queens took on aces.
Or how about the ace-king versus the ace-king suited?
Madness.
And the flopped flush. Sending our boy Steve to the rail. That was dirtiness.
Muthu defends from the big blind. We'll see a flop. 4, 6, 9. That's top set here. Dangerous board here for Muthu as he has top pair, but he is up against it. Marcos has landed top set.
There you go, Jay Stevens from way up north.
So 80,000 the bet here from top set on the button. Case 9 comes out. Trouble for Muthu.
Trouble in the Bronx. Top pair should be good with big kicker, right?
Definitely worth the call. We'll see a turn. Ace of clubs.
Marco's thinking that may be a great card for him. It's actually a bad card because Muthu's now going to definitely be a little fearful.
This is a spot where you think your opponent may have an ace. You want to lead out and get value out of that ace.
Yeah, there are 2 diamonds, but you can't always be scared of that. A check back would actually be nice here, but it's hard to do when there's a lot out there. You want to get value.
Goes pretty hefty here.
About 2/3.
Yeah, about 2/3.
Yeah, 2/3 pot.
Goes with the option A, hoping to get some value out of that ace on the turn.
Going for big value.
Somebody gonna shoot. Somebody call, somebody gonna shoot.
Muthu with the call here. He wants to see a river. Queen here would be bad news. 5 of clubs. Would complete an open-ended draw on the flop if 7-8 were in the hand. Other than that, not a lot to worry about.
There's our buddy Lego joining the chat. What's going on, Lego?
This pot ballooning up to 865,000 here. And Marcos rips it here. His remaining 325,000, he's in there.
Yeah, praying his opponent's got some sort of a 2-pair type holding. Or has that ace. Yeah, he's looking at how much money is out there. Yep, he makes the call.
Makes the call, finds the bad news. He was in it. He had stepped in it from the get-go here. Marcos shows his set of 9s, and that will bring home a big one. 1.5 million in that pot. Big double up for Mr. Marcos.
Perfect flop for you.
And Muthu, who was once our chip leader, is now down to just 460,000. Marcos now at 1.52 million, right there neck and neck with Nabat, who's at 1.57.
You were worried about the ace.
40, guys.
Yeah.
That I had hit back on, you got back over the diamonds on that and you hit the ace.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that knocks Muthu all the way down to 460,000 now. Blinds are up 20,000, 40,000. So he will now have 11 blinds to work with.
Love to see him take another break. I'll say that much.
Laura falls below that 10x mark as she only has 330,000 now. Wants Thought about it with that ace-4. And Trickster gets a walk. I always hate to see that weak ace that you could have shoved with, and then the big blind gets a walk. So you know it might have been a decent spot to throw down. Instead, we are on to the next one. Buttons in the 5-seat. Hand 49 at tonight's final table. The big one coming at you from Texas Card House, Dallas.
Yeah, Laura's got under the gun here, wanting to wake up with something, and she's going to look down at the mumbler and put the hand to the forehead. We feel you. She's going to have to put in 80,000 of her chips on the next hand.
With a little bit of a mumble there.
But just in time, though, she's got support from another lady crusher, Miss Randy Lister. Hello, Randy. She says, go, Laura, go. So shout out from one lady to another lady.
Oh.
And handsome Andy joins us as well, saying, hey, you bums, smash that like button.
Check.
Ace 6-5, our flop. We're heads up here.
70.
Trevor finally found a hand he can defend with. It's Jack 8 of diamonds, though. Not a lot to work with on this flop. Ace comes out for Nabat. What up, Andy? Good to see you in the chat tonight. Tilted Poker asking how far in advance will Malpal set up cash game streams? That's a good question.
That is a good question. If you've got Instagram, you can find her there, Mallory Poker. Normally we have her little flyer that we can put up for you, but I'm not finding it tonight. So
yeah, I think usually on the 5-10 quarter game, it's fairly quickly. They can navigate those lineups fairly quick. But when it comes to the 1-3 round of each type games or the PLO games, those are set pretty far in advance. So you definitely want to let her know what kind of game you're looking for to help out with the structure on those cash game streams.
Our favorite Kiwi joining us. Howdy.
Back to action on the Felt Nabat in the hijack with ace-10. He makes it 80,000 to go. Laura again looking at some rags with a bunch of chips out there. She will fold the 8-4.
Not a big fan of the truck driver. Over and out. Throws it in the muck. Matthew Tom, great question, and I will put it up here for you right now. This is what they're playing for tonight. The next person out will get $1,750, but they're all fighting for that first place prize of $11,860 off of a $360 buy-in. So,
and I'm
heck of a day's work there.
I'm thinking maybe we might have a little bit of a typo there. I think top prize is $11,680.
All right.
So, yeah, don't get the calculator out and bust us too bad. Somewhere in that 11,600 mark. Indeed, Matthew says nice on the payout. It is indeed a nice payout for a $360 buy-in. Hit that 5-digit club.
Wants to see what his opponent's working with. Take a little inventory of the chip stack of Trevor.
Always nice when you can hit that 5-digit club. Marcos taking a few moments there to make his fold, checking out his opponent. Putting them through a bit of stress before he lays that 10 deuce in the muck.
There's an Aubin in the chat.
What's up, Mr. Aubin?
I bet that's our favorite Mr. Aubin, who's normally seated at the final table.
Knows a little something about final tables himself.
Yes, he does. Great point, Andy. 326 folks watching this. A good chunk of those on YouTube. Smash that like button for us.
90.
And Tilted Poker letting us know that his Steelers did indeed score a touchdown.
And then gave one up.
And then gave one up.
Trickster raised it up, 90,000 to go here with ace-jack. Nabat looking down at ace-jack as well. He's in the big blind.
A couple of Apple Jacks.
90.
So these two have
Heads up, guys.
had a few battles. Here we are again. Both with similar holdings in ace-jack and hello flop, king-jack-jack. See how long it takes us to get this bad boy in there.
This is one of those ones you're like, can we just fast forward? Because
Fast forward.
the money's probably going to get in at some point here. The chips, I should say. Both players flopping trip jacks with the biggest of kickers.
Both players thinking this guy's been coming after me, and I am ready.
Yeah, and it goes check, bet, re-raise.
So Nabat goes with the check raise here.
Oh,
And I'm going to kind of slow play you a little bit here and just call.
Trickster just with the call. So we got a check raise on the flop.
Little scare card there.
10 of diamonds. Yeah, handsome Andy.
Handsome Andy calling for a king, which would probably scare somebody. Or both.
So Trickster bets 95,000 here on the turn. This pot ballooning up to 730,000, as it probably should. 6 of spades, big old brick here.
Yeah, big old brick, inconsequential 6.
So Nabat playing a little passive here. Trickster getting close to that stacked pot ratio here.
And what sizing does he go with here?
Elects to go about half in.
2 1/4?
Ay, ay, ay. Both players sadly disappointed.
And yes, folks, that is about 2 minutes that you will never get back in your life. The chopped pot that we all love watching so much. We don't have the technology as commentators to fast forward what we knew was probably going to happen.
We made it. We made it.
Unless somebody got blown off the hand, but there just wasn't a whole lot of cards that could have made that happen. And just like that, we're on to hand number 53.
Let's do it.
Still almost 19 minutes at this level. 20,000, 40,000, 40,000. Laura now needing some serious help. She's got 230,000 left. Muthu, just with 10 big blinds himself. He currently is in the big blind, so that stack is going to be even shorter.
Some rags around, so it goes to the blinds. Nabat with Jack 5.
yeah, he has one of those breakers.
Of course, Muthu would love some sort of victory here, even if it were a walk. He does have king high.
All in.
He does rip it. Nabat tried to sneak in there with a limp. Muthu has king 9 suited and will rip it and take it down.
That is a great question. Andy wanted to know, can we get to 50 likes on YouTube?
I think we can.
We're at 39. I think we can get there. Did you do your part, RJ?
I did.
All right. 2 of those likes are RJ and I, so that shouldn't even count.
And I barely like you.
God. Man. Well, a couple nights a week, you got to sit pretty close to me, so you better like me, brother.
Now, if I can hit a like button, then everyone can hit a like button. Suited ace 7 here for Marcos.
Hell yeah, Dwayne Hampton throwing out a super chat.
There we go, Dwayne. Appreciate that. Thank you, sir. Flip for an energy drink on me.
Well, I'm sucking down a C4 Smart energy drink.
There you go.
We did have a heads-up battle in one of our recent streams that made me really need an energy drink. Let's hope we don't have that again tonight.
Yeah, I think with the stacks tonight, once these blinds catch up with the stacks just a little bit more, we've had enough action here that these players will get after it.
Yeah, but thank you again, though, Dwayne. We greatly appreciate that. That money gets chopped up between all of us in the production and commentating staff. Greatly appreciate that.
So Nabat here, speaking of action, will 3-bet from the button with his suited ace-3. Marcos opened it up. Now it's back to him. He has suited ace-7.
Yeah, this is fun spots, right? You got some super short stacks at the table, and you're being 3-bet by one of the big stacks. And you've got a really big stack yourself.
Muthu was loving it so much that he folded pocket 3s there with just about 12 blinds, I think. Marcos here has leaned a couple of different directions. This time he leans and does make the laydown. So nice hand for Nabat there, blasting out that better ace.
Looks like we're going to have to give Andy a portion of that super chat because
he will hear you.
He got us up to 60 likes.
60 likes, there we go. Now we're talking.
Our biggest cheerleader, handsome Andy. Hope you're doing well out there, brother.
Happy stacking out there. Andy's always full of happy stacking. Pleasure to be around and not afraid to stack those chips. So there we go, a nice hand for Nabat there, and the shorties were hoping for some kind of mass chaos. Nabat able to take advantage of that. Picks up a few extra blinds. Trickster here with 7-5 offsuit in the small blind, knowing that the shorties are going to have to move this lap of the button.
Yeah, big blind does wake up with an ace though, and you never like having your big blind raised,
especially when you have an ace.
There we go.
A little heavy on that call.
Discounted rate there. Yeah, you guys in the chat are awesome. You make this job a lot of fun for us, so thank you.
5-5-8. Little gut shot here for, pardon me, Trickster's land a big flop.
Yeah, no gut shot.
No gut shot. He's got a 5 in there.
How about trip 5s? And let me just lean back and hopefully not touch my phone. I'm not supposed to be touching. We'll have to go smack his hand.
Not a good flop there for Trevor, so he doesn't want to mess with it. He will let Trickster take it down, even after Trickster gets that monster flop.
All right, Dwayne saying he's sitting in southern Indiana.
Southern Indiana.
Foot of snow.
There you go. I just played in the Southern Indiana poker room there outside Louisville about a year ago. Great little room there. Spent some time in the Ville, so I got some friends back there.
Those are his words. I didn't say that.
You were getting lucky in Kentucky, huh?
Getting lucky in Kentucky.
And our other feller from Indiana, the Irish fan, with the humble brag, Wayne comment. Shout out to you Irish fans, though, too.
Right.
Big title game coming.
Irish fans in the chat, the OHIO fans in the chat. You guys keep it friendly, but have a good time.
Yep. Thought we might get a Texas versus Indiana showdown, but instead we've got an Ohio versus Indiana showdown. Two big programs.
Here we go. Trickster able to bump it up from the button with Jack-10 suited. Laura looks down at ace-queen. She's going to get it in there.
Here we go, Laura.
She's all in for 190,000.
Randy, now is the time. Give Laura some luck.
190.
Laura is all in and standing up with her ace queen, the parking lot hand.
Nabat might find a spot where he can sneak in here with his suited king. Try to go 2 for 1 against Laura.
Uh-oh. I don't like them tag teaming on my dark horse.
And that's exactly what has happened here. Ace queen gonna have to dodge the world.
Let's see if Laura can take this down.
Jack 7-5. Both players landing a pair here. Trickster says, I got a bunch of it and I want to bet.
Nabat's like, dang it. I got a pair too. Let's knock her out. But top pair strong enough.
Yeah, always
Trickster
a weird spot here. Trickster definitely want to get some value in there. Small bet, 75,000 for that side pot.
And does Laura have any outs? She does.
Ace or queen here for Laura.
Still has the ace or queen.
Our 2 overs are live. Trickster bets this turn here and we'll take down the side pot, so we're going to flip them up.
Ace or queen. Keep Laura around. Burn card is out. Mary's going to bring the cards into the camera. There we go. Oh, it's another 8.
Spades, that pairs the board, so Jack is good for Trickster.
Dadgummit.
And our lady of the evening, Miss Laura, will be eliminated in 6th place.
We normally don't cheer this hard for somebody, but we really wanted Laura to make an even deeper run than she did last week. She's such a great person and fun to be around.
Absolutely.
And like we said last week, we just watched how her game has grown over the years playing.
Right.
And of course, you dealing to her. I've been at tables with her, so great job, Laura. Another final table finish for her. She's going to finish in 6th place and take home $17.50 for her efforts today. So 6th place out of 139 and the deepest run for a lady out of those 139. So great job, Laura. We will see you again.
Yep, great run and pleasure to be around and an easy lady to root for. We love it when Laura makes it a final table, and we're going to get her one of these victories here soon. So Muthu is in early position here. He finds ace-4 and he's ripped it. He's all in for 460,000. 11 blinds and a tickler.
Trickster wants a count.
Trickster.
He's going to look around before he probably just decides to rejam.
Trickster will decide here if he wants to flat or
he's going to rip it.
Isolate.
He's not going to get cute, I don't think. Did he just make the call?
No. He did just call.
He just called. All right, couple of ladies for the Trickster.
All right, Muthu's at risk. Ace-4 versus queens.
Buddy on buddy crime here. Ace.
Ace, deuce, jack, 2 clubs.
And ace of clubs in his holding.
Big advantage here for Muthu. 4 on the turn.
Queen and the queen on the... Oh my God!
The lady from the sky and Trickster. Big set on the river to knock out his buddy Muthu.
Hey, he's my friend. Yeah, he's my friend too. No, I don't think so.
Muthu is eliminated.
Now that he's gone, he's my friend too.
Just like that.
We're good.
We have a back-to-back knockouts there. 5th place for Muthu. Really nice run. Kind of an up and down session here at the final table. Went from chip lead to one of the shorter stacks and is busted in 5th place, but takes home $2,065 for his troubles, finishing 5th out of 139.
Nice job, Muthu. Congrats on the good run. And let's see, next payout here, $2,700. So the payout's starting to bump up a bit. $700 bump in this one. 4 players remain, guaranteed $2,700 now.
That old 5%er.
Never easy, folks.
Never easy. We always have one hand like that just catches us right in the middle of like, oh, there it is. Boom. And that was it. Queen on the river. We spoke it into existence. Alexa joining us. Hello, Alexa.
Spicy little lady on that river.
Woo. She was indeed a spicy lady.
So yeah, big pot there for Trickster as he jumps up to 2.1 million now.
It's the ace from space. It's the queen from...
I think I've said it was the lady from the sky.
Lady? I don't know. We got to find something catchier than that, RJ.
Yeah, it was pretty catchy there at the moment.
Nabat going to take one down with the 4 high. A little less exciting than the last couple of hands that ended in knockout punches there. About 6 minutes and 45 seconds left in this level here.
Yeah, I believe we had
20,000, 40,000.
back-to-back hands there with an elimination.
Yep.
Yeah, number 3.
So yeah, you can see the nature of final tables. You know, when those stacks level out to the level, you see not many knockouts, players kind of dabbling around. And once those blinds catch up, it's showtime.
Yeah, Jay Stevens reminding us that that Queen of Hearts will leave you broken.
Indeed.
But for the time being, she left the Trickster a happy man. Just remind him that that love is only temporary.
I'll just confirm.
Yep, back to business. The bot has a suited ace-5 of clubs this time, and he's in the small blind.
Queen from Irving, or Irvine.
Overkilled you.
Right.
Nabat's going to raise it up with his suited ace-5. This is blind on blind crime, and Trickster looks down at ace-king.
Is Trickster heating up, or is Trickster heating up here?
So these two have
just calls with the ace-king here.
These two have met each other quite a bit. 3, 8, 5.
Wow.
Needed a 5 and finds it. Middle pair here for Nabat.
Out flops the ace-king.
So now that'll put Trickster in a bind at only 15% equity, and Bink finds it, no problem.
Hello, King.
Cards are warming up, folks.
And finds the king from
Abilene.
Abilene, there we go.
So Nabat checks this turn. Trickster bets 175,000. 6 of spades on the river.
Checks to him. Definitely wanting to get some value here. There you go.
Trickster going pretty hefty here. 435 the bet. About half pot here.
Yeah, Mo was definitely in check call mode there.
And what was a battle of the blind.
And check call again. Makes the call there.
Heater is on for Trickster.
Trickster, take off that hoodie, brother, because you are on fire. We're going to have to ask him. He was wearing glasses earlier. Are those for style? Or does he need those to see the cards? Because he's not rocking those glasses anymore.
Got a little too warm over there. There you go. Lego says the queen can be from Abilene.
Yeah, queen from Abilene.
There we go. I like it.
And the king from the Philippines. Can it be the king from the Philippines?
I think it can.
Okay, okay. I said
Lego,
I went with,
nailed it.
Not Chinese, but I said Philippine. King from the Philippines.
Same continent. Yeah, I like it.
Slap chip poker. Don't know what that means, irate spoon bill, but I like your name. And big hand here.
There we go. These two at each other every other hand, it seems like.
Yeah.
And again, fireworks. Nabat raising it up with his queens. 80,000 to go here. Trickster in the small blind with ace-jack.
And looks like he raised it up.
25.
Indeed, Trickster feeling it. 3-bet again.
And Nabat, magic words,
There we
all
go.
in. Heater check. How hot are you, Trickster?
Nabat's got a lot of chips here from this.
Any fold?
All in for 900,000. Trickster lays down the ace-jack. Nice hand for Nabat.
I like it all, Lego.
Maybe I can call it all in, right?
And in your best Australian voice, the Jack from the Outback.
I don't have one of those.
That's hard to say in an Australian accent. The Jack from the Outback? I don't know.
Jock.
Jack from the Outback. I don't know.
We're stuck with our San Angelo accents as much as we want to mess with it.
It's the smile of a man with the worst face.
Ace Jack in the muck, though. Heater check as Nabat jammed with the queens there. In the face of the chip leader.
Trickster back at it. He's got ace-3 on the button this time. Able to open it up.
All in.
Wow.
Trevor going to rip it with his king-4.
Trevor says, I think you're just picking on me. I got king high.
He's got 500,000 here.
Wow, shows the ace.
Shows
folds.
the ace and puts it in the muck.
Ace, 3 hands and 3 ace. I lose 2 of them.
Yeah, unless that was some crazy misread of the cards there. Trevor just said, I had enough. I've got just over 12 big blinds, and I'm just going to rip it here with king high.
Yeah, nice rip for Trevor there. It gets him up to 670,000.
This is the final 4 players of our bigger one tournament today, 139 entries. So great job, these 4 gentlemen, making it this far. But they all want to win that top prize of 11,680, 800 and something, I don't know, is what our deal says here. Good chunk of change, nonetheless. 7 deuce 3. Tejas, what up, brother? Rock and roll will come up, Mr. Irate. Don't be irate when you get here.
125.
Yeah, it depends on how long this final table goes there, Andy. She's going to tough it out, though. Seven high board. Couple of deuces out there, though, for Nabat. And Marcos with top pair. Beat a 3, you beat a 5, you beat pocket 6s, and of course you beat a bluff. Not real thrilled. Your opponent is betting into you here. $225 is the bet. Makes the call. Marcos gets the bad news. Nabat, a little heat of his own here. He's not with 1.7 million in chips. So Trickster at 2.56, Nabat at just under 1.7. And now Trevor and Marcos neck and neck there for the short stack. Over 12 lines for both gentlemen. 13 big blinds. Kiwi always talking about all that excellent cooking she's doing down there. Making some gravy for the roast.
582 club, right? Okay.
You hit down the 10.
Yeah.
She offered leg of a ribeye last time she was on here. Kiwi's always doing some good cooking.
I thought you meant
Trevor going to take another hand down there.
I could go for a ribeye or some roast. Good looking out, Pee-wee.
All right, so now Marcos holding it down as our short stack, little over 13 big blinds.
He's in the big blind here.
If you bet the flop too, I would have floated anyway.
Oh, he's under the gun.
Pardon me.
Yeah.
I have called the 7th seat Marcos about 6 times.
My apologies.
Marcos is under the gun. He's looking at 8 deuce. Nabat has 2 letters.
Got to be 100. There we go. And Trevor has liked a lot of his king high holdings. This time it's king 10, and he likes it.
Likes it again.
Rip City.
Again, it's in a good spot. Rips it, takes it down.
Yeah, definitely got some gamble in him. Wanting a double up here. Show you guys again what we're playing for here. Next man out gets 2,700, and then that first nice pay jump from 27 up to 44.20. So a lot to play for here. 27, 10, 44.20, 74.55, and we think somewhere under 12,000 there for first.
I think it's 11,680.
But anyway, a lot to play for here. And Trevor showing he is not scared to get it in with just a king high holding.
Raise 115.
Trickster able to raise it up here with the king 10 on the button. Marcos has an ace. And he will use it.
Yep. Short stack, waking up with an ace in the big blind, says, you know what, you're picking on me. I'm ripping it.
It's a nice job here from Trickster putting pressure on the shorty, but the shorty's got an ace and has ripped it, 615,000. Trickster makes the laydown. Nice job there.
Gets it through. Brandy's saying, let's go Nabat. That's her number 2. And Irate, perfect timing, because I'm going to throw up something. If you haven't played in a tournament in a while, we have got a really great opportunity for you to come back and join us here in Dallas. The Trailblazer Poker Tour is coming January 21st through February 3rd, highlighted by that title event, $1 million guarantee, $800 buy-in. Check Poker Atlas because there's already satellites going on. We've got 7 satellites a week going on right now. Ooh. Some of those satellite tokens you can actually use for other tournaments, but there's satellites for that event. There's a big 400K guarantee as well. So definitely come in at the end of this month for the Trailblazer Poker Tour. TCH Dallas and Las Colinas will be hosting events. 21 events.
21. Check those calendars, check the schedule, and find something you like because it's going to be nice.
And here we go, battle of our shorties. Pocket 8s and the ace queen.
Marcos finding ace queen, and
there we go.
Nicey for him. So he will rip it. He's all in for 805,000.
Trevor has just barely got Marcos covered. So here we go, ace queen versus the pocket 8s. Marcos' life is on the line.
Marcos at risk. Trevor with some crumbs remaining here. Flop of 10 deuce 3, no help.
Ace or a queen only, or Marcos is wamboozled.
Jack ball. Wamboozle it is.
Wamboozle it is. Marcos, great job. He's going to be our 4th place finisher. We're going to get a quick countdown just to make sure. And indeed, that is going to do it for Marcos. 4th place finisher. Going to take home $27.10 for his efforts today.
Nice prize there for Mr. Marcos. And the 8s hold up for Trevor.
Yep.
Picking up a nice pot there, 1.7 million in that pot. So now his stack up around 1.8 million.
Good round,
There you
man.
go. There it makes it official once they get the countdown. Anytime that they're that close, we're always going to count the chips down. Mary made sure it was a done deal, and that it is. Marcos eliminated in 4th place. And then there were 3, and that is going to do it for Mary, our dealer. She's going to go get a break and get that hot date that she was trying to
Here we go.
speed up this process to go get to, which is her husband.
Mighty fine job there.
Absolutely. And it looks like this is Miss Brandy coming in. She's going to get a quick shuffle. And while she does that, one more again on our...
Attention Dallas, Texas. The Trailblazer Poker Tour makes its first stop of 2025 at Texas Card House Dallas and TCH Social Las Colinas from January 21st through February 3rd. 21 big events, including the $400,000 and the $1 million guaranteed multi-flight no-limit hold'em tournaments, plus PLO and hold'em high roller events. For more details, visit texascardhouse.com.
All right, there we go.
All right, we got us a new dealer and a new setup. Down to 3 players tonight, coming at you from Texas Card House Dallas. That last pot for Trevor, putting him solidly in 2nd place, so he's feeling nicey over there in the 7th seat. He's got King 10 suited to kick this one off. Little pair here for Trickster in the big blind. We're 3-handed now.
Well, damn it, Jacksonville.
Ace, Jack 9, 2 diamonds.
75.
Pocket 5 still holding the best of it, but it's going to be hard to see that with this big old flop. We're 3-handed here, so we might see some, might start to see some poker on some of these flops.
Uh-oh. Dwayne's got 6 loyalty points. He's catching up to me. Actually, didn't I just bust the other night?
Down there in that Eric Van Loosen range.
Yeah. Been losing my points is what I've been doing.
Check.
7 of spades here, no help for the King 10. Does want to continue though. Trickster checks, Trevor bets. 175 here. Does get it done this time. Trickster's 5s are in the muck. Nice hand for Trevor.
Yeah. Betting that double gutty.
That pot there gives us a lead change. Trevor now in the chip lead, 2.8 million. Trickster with 2.07. Nabat, our short stack now, 1.4 million. Blinds here, 25,000, 50,000. So these 3 could settle in here as all 3 players. Quite a bit of chips. Trickster, ace, queen, and the small blind.
Raise 125.
Bumps it up, 125 to go. Trevor with the Jack 9, it's suited. He'll see a flop.
Definitely worthy of defending here.
6, 10, 4, 2 spades.
No diamonds, no clubs,
75.
and no pairs for either player.
CW for 1 to no limit. AJ transfer.
Fold.
Is queen gonna bet and get it done? All right, Andy's favorite hand, and Christina in the chat, just in time for hand number 69. Hello, Christina.
Perez, how are you?
Our lovely waitress here at TCH joining us since she couldn't be here at work tonight.
Appreciate the shout out. Let's go, boys, he says.
She my fave. She my favorite.
Easy to root for Christina.
50 to call.
Trickster with another fun hand. The K9 diamonds.
King 9 suited. We've seen it a bunch. It's been at work tonight. Trevor this time in the small blind. Ace Jack also suited in diamonds.
Oh, Lego hit it on the head, 69 and 420.
I don't even know what any of that means. Trevor got a 3-bet here with his Ace Jack.
Just ask our girl KP, she'll tell you.
325,000 to go now.
Oh goodness, we got to get back to poker here because
Nothing wrong with having a good time in the chat. Love to see it.
Heyo.
All right, Trickster makes the call here. Suited King 9 versus suited Ace Jack. Diamond on diamond crime. We're going to see a flop. 7, 8, 9. Top pair here for Trickster.
Gutter ball and 2 overs for Trevor.
$200,000 here from Trevor. Trickster with the peek at his stack. Makes a call. Queen of hearts here on the turn.
Check.
Neither player going to love this queen, but Trevor does check. Trickster likes that.
$209 Savage Squad in the chat. Dropping the booms.
Got all 5 of those booms in there. Trickster does bet here on the turn, $225,000. Trevor makes the laydown. Ace Jack in the muck. Nice pot there for Trickster.
Takes it down. All right, let's see if anybody can nail it on the head. How many hands are we going to get to at this final table tonight? We are on hand number 70, still 3-handed.
Hand 70.
We've gone over 200 hands before.
Whew. That was a haul.
Last week, thank goodness, we didn't quite get that far because we had a couple folks in chat saying they were feeling like they were watching paint dry.
How rude.
Sometimes the cards just don't cooperate. How many hands do you think we're getting to tonight? What's the over-under?
Man, I feel like
ladies and gentlemen.
I feel like these players have been getting after it a little bit.
103 from Lego. I like it. 33 more hands. He says that's a wrap. And of course, chops haven't been talked about, so let's hope that doesn't happen.
87 from Dwayne. He says some monster is about to happen. We're going to make this thing happen. These 3 definitely not afraid to mix it up, even though they have a lot of chips.
Dwayne bringing the pain. He wants it to end in 87.
10, 6, 4. 2 diamonds here.
75,000.
Nabat checks his 7. Trickster will continue with ace deuce.
Nabat's going to check his 4.
Check race.
RJ made that a 7.
That's what I meant.
Shroom Angels, that sounds like fun. It just snowed.
Made some snow angels out there.
When you made a snow angel, did you also make a mushroom imprint?
No.
Yeah, I think so
Too
too,
cold.
Shiny Platypus. There's been some good action. So we got Mitchell saying 94. We got a 111. I like it. I wish RJ and I could say we had some award to give the person who gets it closest to, but
I know.
we're just going to brag on you.
We're just guessing.
We're just going to brag on you and tell you how awesome your guess was.
It's a fun game to play.
Shroom Angle T. That sounds fantastic, Lego.
Nabat opening it up here again from the button. Jack 10 of spades. Trickster again with a big ace. Ace Jack of clubs.
You ever seen Lego's picture there, the icon? How cool that looks.
That's pretty cool.
Speaking of shroomy, kind of trippy, bro. All right, fun hands here. Jack 10 suited and the ace jack suited.
Trickster 3-bets it here to 300,000. Nabat makes the call from the button. His Jack 10 of spades. Round 67 for these two as they have been battling it out.
All right, King 3-4, full rainbow here. Nobody landing a pair or a draw other than the backdoor variety.
125 here from Trickster.
Raise 325.
Nabat gonna raise here from the button with Jack 10 high. Punishing the continuation bet of Trickster. Finds a pretty good time to do it, gets that through. Nabat picks up 525,000 in profit, 1.1 in that pot. $379 viewers here. Final 3 players of the big one today. Texas Card House Dallas. $365 buy-in, playing for $11,680 up top. Pocket 8s here for Trickster on the button.
Raise 110.
He'll make it 110 to go.
Oh. Call. Heads up.
Deuce, 4, 5, rainbow. The bot checks his king 7. Pretty good flop here for 8s. Trickster able to bet 75,000. Same continuation as last time.
I feel so happy.
Trickster mentioning that he's so happy Nabat folded on that one.
Too hard for you to fold.
Handsome Andy mentioning that we need to have a drink next time we're at LC together. I'm never opposed.
Yeah, you guys go have a drink at LC, and I'm going to track down Lego and try some of that tea of his, and I'm going to blast off with him.
There you go.
Into outer space.
A lot of that stuff is good for your belly, I hear. Trevor looking down at Queen 9. He's on the button.
Raise 105.
Makes it 105. Trevor's done good work with some mediocre holdings tonight. Laddered up all the way to 3rd place, or to the final 3 here. And did have a chip lead there for a moment. I think Trickster has regained it.
350 raise.
Giuseppe say it's getting late on the East Coast. Those Kelly green uniforms are pretty sweet, though.
I will tell you, good luck, but I mean it in poker because I sure as heck don't mean it to your football team, Giuseppe. But congratulations on another NFC East championship, and good luck tomorrow, my friend.
So Trickster 3-bets here from the big blind with an 8.
Last 4 hands.
Blast out that button raise. There's a look at our chip stacks. All Trevor and Trickster have been in the chip lead here, three-handed. Trevor now at the bottom at 1.15. Trickster holding down that chip lead, 2.5. Nabat somewhere in the middle, around 1.9 million.
High end for $1 limit. Transfer for Robert.
So Trickster with the Jack-8 offsuit elects to implement a limping strategy, and big blind's cool with it. Let's see it flop.
Couple of clubbies. Both players holding one club. How about another?
3 of clubs on the turn.
75.
Straight draw and flush draw for Trevor. Of course, doesn't want to hit the flush unless it's the 2 of clubs.
Ace of diamonds on the river. That pairs the board. No help for anyone. King high is best. Trickster checks. Trevor will check. We'll go to a showdown. King high good over Jack high.
It was a bad river for me to bluff, so no.
Definitely a bad river to bluff, he says. It is still Trickster's tournament, though. He's got 2.4 million.
That's a bad river. I could never
Got position now with the button.
Any other.
About 5 minutes remaining at this level. Lines are 25,000, 50,000. About 5.6 million chips in play here.
Raise 110.
I'll show you.
Trickster bumps it up from the button, takes it down.
Trickster gonna be putting timeout from Lego for showing his hand there.
Queen 10 good.
Raising it up on the button and taking it down. Trailblazer poker schedule is out. If you guys want to get on TCH's website or Poker Atlas, reminder that's the 21st, so 10 days from now. Satellites have already started for some of those events, so check out Poker Atlas for that schedule. And let us know here in the chat if you're planning on coming in town or if you're already here and going to play in some of those events. We've got, I think, 20 events, 21 events or something like that. It's going to be a great time, and of course, we always talk about it. Anytime there's a big tournament like that, there's always great cash games, and it's going to be both locations, so rooms are going to be filled.
Big old flop, ace, king, jack, all spades. Nobody holding much of this. Trickster able to lead out and take it down.
With the 8 triz, the old octo crab takes it down. Big stack poker from our chip leader. Andy, that is a good question. I might have to fire in that sucker.
Big blind 50-50. Raise 110.
King 8 on the button, that'll open it up. 110 to go. That's min raise and a little tickler. Trevor may want to defend, but he doesn't. 10-9 in the muck. Three-handed here, hand 78 of this final table. The big one from Texas Card House Dallas. Queen 3 on the button for Trickster.
Fold.
Oh, no. My bad, my bad.
Nabat gets a walk, and it pains Trickster to see a walk.
I shouldn't be playing tight. Everything was
We had Queen 3, 8-3, and 8-7 there, so not a lot of fun hands playing for this kind of money. Next man out, going to get just short of 4,500, but of course, first place is going to be just shy of 12,000. $8,000 pay jump between third and first. 7,000, excuse me.
150 is the best.
Math is hard.
Fold.
Yeah.
Trickster going to take that one down.
Suited ace good.
We're going to need somebody to get out of line real quick if we're going to get to hand 87 and this thing's going to be over. I think that 111 number might even be short. We might get well over those numbers as far as hands. Lines are at 25, 50, 50. Shortest stack, still over $1 million.
Raise 125. Fold.
So Trickster cranking up that frequency here, three-handed. Love to see it.
Cranking that hog.
Deuce 5-5. He lands a pair of deuces.
85,000.
Trevor looked a little perturbed. He's going to make the call with just a 10 high.
6 of clubs on the turn. Trickster checks.
Opens the door for Trevor.
Trevor will represent here.
Trickster wisely, though, making a call here, going, what are you raising me with there?
4 diamonds, puts 4-liner straight out there. Trickster.
Yeah, a couple of draws get there, and he does check and just full. Okay.
Trickster threw that
bet.
little 50K
Little 50K flick.
bumper out there, yeah. Little blocker bet there for 50K, and that gets it done. Looks like players that are now be on a
Quick potty break, maybe?
final table potty break.
And love to get the ability to fast forward this and get you guys back to business. It should be a quick break here. Looks like a 6-minute break, so 374 y'all still hanging out with us. Thank you so much. Go get a beverage, go take a bathroom break, go get a little smoky snack or a beverage, whatever you need to do, and come right back in a few minutes, and we are going to be back at our final table, TCH Live from Dallas, Texas. The lovely Miss Brandy doing the dealing here. 3 players left, all battling for just under $12,000. So we will be right back, and RJ and I are going to hang out for a minute with you. Any questions in the chat or anything you guys want to talk about? Any recent wins, tournament wins? Anybody want to brag about? Let us know. I'm going to kick off the Trailblazer video one more time for anybody just joining us.
Attention Dallas, Texas. The Trailblazer Poker Tour makes its first stop of 2025 at Texas Card House Dallas and TCH Social Las Colinas from January 21st through February 3rd. 21 big events, including the $400,000 and the $1 million guaranteed multi-flight no-limit hold'em tournaments, plus PLO and hold'em high roller events. For more details, visit texascardhouse.com.
All right, there you go.
Attention, Dallas.
Yeah.
Bringing it to you.
Once again, RJ Dupree and Eric Van Loosen here at TCH Live Dallas, Texas. Thank y'all for joining us. We've got just a couple more minutes before we get back into the action. Reminder, we are playing for 11,000, I think it's 680, not 860 up top. But that is just a formality. Second place, 74.55, and the next man out is going to get 44.20. So 139 entries. These are the final 3 gentlemen. We did have one lady at the final table today, Miss Laura, the lovely Laura. 41,700 was the prize pool. Guaranteed 30,000, and we crushed that again, even with all the events and stuff going on at Choctaw. So that's an awesome tournament, still put together. Of course, we had 165 at the second tournament that we have going on.
And I think they are at the bubble.
RJ's going to peek out there real quick. Are they in the money yet? We had 165 entries in that one today, and that was a $175 buy-in.
They're currently sitting on the bubble. 20 players pay. They have 21 remaining. They're playing for 6,210 up top.
Yeah, so a $175 buy-in for that one, and 6,000 up top.
6,000, yeah, pretty good value there.
Absolutely. So if you don't get here in time on a Saturday morning and want to play in that second tournament, heck of a value there. 175 could win you over $6,000 in that. 165 entries in that. That's awesome. Watch a little football.
Cranking.
Eat some food. Drink some complimentary beverages here.
Playoff time is a great time to come beat some tournament.
Absolutely. Speaking of, you can hear the excitement in the room.
There
I don't know if it's football or if that's the PLO table.
Somebody just took a 3-outer.
Yep. That happens to the best of us.
Yeah, and you see we have 3 players here remaining in this one. A fun 3, right? Trevor's had to work for those chips that he's gotten. The other 2 have been very active, opening up, battling it out quite a bit, and still a difference of $7,000 in these prizes here, 3-handed.
Absolutely. Trevor is the short stack at $750K, but obviously he gets a full double up. He is right back in business here.
In it.
And obviously that could put Nabat in a bad spot. Trickster could probably handle that hit, but right now he's almost at $3 million. So kind of running away with this thing. Keeps waking up with nice hands and just knowing when to make small bets and get his opponents to fold. So really liking the way he's using that big stack right now. And I hope he continues that. We love seeing that. Big stack poker is always fun to watch.
Yeah, all 3 of these players playing a nice game of poker tonight, and Trickster has been able to utilize his a little bit greater than the others, and as you can see, it's produced a nice chip lead for him.
Absolutely. Checking in on our football score right now. Let's see if that one is over. It's not over quite yet, but just 28 seconds. Looks like a kneel down, so Baltimore is going to beat those Pittsburgh Steelers 28-14, it looks like. And both of our brother-in-laws are probably going to be dog cussing.
Not going to be happy.
They're going to be cussing the coach and the quarterback and everybody else.
And if they double dip it, if they're Penn State fans and Steelers fans, then it's a bad weekend.
It is a bad weekend, absolutely. Well, at least one team from Texas decided to show up this weekend. The Longhorns did not, but the Houston Texans, after a horrible first quarter today, came out and put on a defensive display against the Chargers.
They did put the smackdown on the Chargers.
Yeah. And they sent old Jake from State Farm, Mr. Harbaugh, and his khakis. They sent him home packing. So nice home victory for the Texans. Of course, they got an uphill battle. They probably will end up going to Buffalo, to Kansas City, or to Baltimore. None of that sounds fun.
No, I think they're familiar with Kansas City ending their season,
They
if I
are.
remember correctly.
They are quite familiar with the Kansas City Chiefs ending their seasons. Either way, though, not fun. They're going to have to go up north and take on one of those 3 teams. But congrats to them, not only getting to the playoffs, but actually winning their playoff game, something that our team here locally has struggled to do of late. So shout out to Lego and all my Houston buddies who are excited about their Texans.
It's hockey season here.
No hate from me. Texans are fun to root for as well, even though their fans hate my team. That's okay. We'll root you on, though. I love me some C.J. Stroud. Love the coach.
It is fun what they got going on down there.
It is, man. And they've got confidence, and even though it sounds scary, having to go to those road places, it could get nasty with that confidence and that defense, the way they're playing. So anything can happen once you get to the playoffs. Ask those ugly, ugly Giants teams that beat Tom Brady twice. But we are back to the poker. Randy's going to shuffle up and deal final 3-handed.
There we go. Our final 3 players have made it back to the table. Action's going to resume here. Nabat in the 4th seat. Trickster in the 6th. Trevor over there in the 7th seat.
And we only lost about 70 people during that 6-minute break. Not
and
too bad.
Blinds are up to 30,000, 60,000. So still a lot of poker to be played here, as all players holding plenty of chips.
And Trickster kind of bogarting those big cards. He's got another ace. Nabat, though, is going to defend.
Ace, queen, queen. Trickster lands that ace again.
Right there with you, Mitchell. Can't let him have a Super Bowl. They would never shut up.
Our friends in Houston wouldn't let us have it, would they?
Nick Foles did indeed. Old Big Stick Nick took down those pesky Patriots.
The old wild card winners, it can be done.
The old Philly special, reverse pass to Nick Foles. Hand number 82. Trevor waking up with 2 9s on the button.
All in.
And he is going to rip it here.
Pocket 9s. Good.
Oh, wow. Trickster waking up with the 7s. Probably going to have to make this call here.
And he does. So
he does. And once again, just like with the 9s and 10s earlier, he's got a pair just not big enough. But can still spike a 7 or some straight cards to knock out Trevor. Trevor is at risk.
Ace 6, 10. Jack of spades here on the turn. No spades for anyone.
Whew.
4 of diamonds, and that
right.
one's easy smeezy for Trevor. 9s hold against the 7s of Trickster. Full double up. He'll be up to a little over 1.5 million now.
Yeah, we were talking about that right before the players came back, that if Trevor doubles up, even though Trickster could handle it with his big stack, he was going to be right back in business. So now we've got everybody over 1.5 million with the blinds at 30,000, 60,000, 60,000. It is still anybody's tournament. And that over-under on hands just went up.
Just went up. I believe 87 was the smallest total we saw from the chat.
111 was the biggest.
I'd go for that.
He's running through all of it. I think you have ace king and spike on ace. Good old fashioned. Yeah. She had 9s, she had 10s.
Take one. 6.
Love hearing all the noise in the background. The room's still full.
Sure,
we got a tournament still going with 21 players left. We got cash games going. Of course, Las Colinas is kicking over there. Great weekend. Football playoff weekend.
Yeah, everyone getting out from being snowed in for a couple days.
Exactly.
A lot of good energy out there in the poker rooms tonight.
It's not patio weather still. It's still kind of chilly, so come indoors and play some cards. And may your cards be hot, not cold.
Trickster raising it up here with 6 deuce. Trevor will 3-bet with his ace 5.
Back to back. Monsters.
Trevor had some friends and fam that were watching him. Remind us again where Trevor is from. Did they let us know where he was from earlier?
I don't think so. They did remind us, however, that his wife is a better poker player than he is.
His wife is a better poker player than he is. So shout out to the missus if you're watching.
I don't know if that was his wife's screen name, but I think it was a buddy.
It was a friend. It was a buddy, yeah. But definitely the first time I've seen him on our stream.
Yeah, and he's done a mighty fine job here
Absolutely.
today.
Been fun to watch. Has not been shy about getting his chips in spots.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, he's kind of had the least of holdings amongst these 3 players, so he's had to make the most of it. Still hanging around here and got plenty of chips.
All in.
All in from the ace king and quick fold from the 8-7.
Trickster finding some resistance here as he's still able to open up at a high frequency, and you love to see it. Make sure they have the holdings behind you to play back. Apply that pressure. And he's doing a nice job of getting out of the way when there is serious resistance.
Get out.
So he's putting on a clinic here.
Jack 9. Definitely a hand he probably was going to raise any limp with. Yeah, these players are getting super close stack sizes here. Still no mention of the C word, and we love that.
See a couple of stretches coming from the players and some size, and these guys have been at it all day. So fatigue definitely part of it as you're excited here playing for this big prize pool.
Kind of nonchalant, just keeps raising these hands up. Trevor says, no, no, no. I don't care what I have. I'm going to defend my big blind here. Lego lifting off soon.
3, 4, 8. Pretty good flop here for both players. Trickster the raiser, and he's got nutter gutter, so he'll continue for sure. Trevor lands middle pair with his 6-4. Nice time to raise here for Trevor. Just 100,000 to call here for Trickster. He makes the call. He will need a 5 or a 7, and bing, finds a 7 of spades, takes the big lead. Jack of diamonds.
7 good.
So we'll go check, check here, and Trickster shows the 7. A sigh from Trevor as he was right on track.
Yeah, hoping he's like, why couldn't you have hit your other card?
Exactly.
Then we could have danced in a little bit. All right, Dwayne's hand number 87 is here.
Good luck, Dwayne.
We need a double knockout for Dwayne for this to be the final hand of the evening, and I don't think that's happening.
All right, next hand,
Wow.
Monster three-handed. Trickster looks down at 2 red queens.
He has had some fun, playable hands at this final table.
Has he.
Waking up with queens. He's had aces twice. I think he's had queens now twice. And here is a big hand for Trevor.
Trevor with ace-10 in the small blind.
He's going to 3-bet. Not going to jam, but he is going to 3-bet.
And this is where that pressure Trickster has been putting on these guys really pays off when you're able to open up with a monster hand like queens on the button after a nice high frequency of raising.
I like that Trickster's taking his time here. He didn't snap jam over the top, making him think like he's got a decision.
And now Trickster rips it. And he's got a bunch, 1.2 million, so that'll cover Trevor. And Trevor makes the call. Trevor's going to be at risk. Ace-10 taking on queens. Jack 6-9, 2 diamonds.
Need some running straight cards or an ace.
3 of hearts, no help, just an ace.
One of the 3 aces, and no.
9 of hearts, that pairs the board. Trevor, ace-10, no good. He will be eliminated in 3rd place. Sweet run for Mr. Trevor.
Sweet run for Mr. Trevor, indeed. And unless the C word comes out, we are going to go past hand number 87. We did get a knockout there.
Right, he's got a chance.
Great job, Trevor. First time that I know on our live stream. 3rd place out of 139 and takes home $4,420. So great job. Enjoy chatting with some of your friends and family in the chat, and get to add a little money to your Hendon Bob there. Maybe catch up to your wife's winnings.
That's right. Yeah, GG's to Mr. Trevor. Great job tonight.
Great job indeed.
No.
Below that?
No.
Why are you making far from me? I have a problem.
You can move there.
Yeah.
Why? More, let's play heads up this way. Face to face.
It's face to face.
That's what I meant.
My face is here. You can sit here, face to face.
Guys, let's just go. This is an interesting one here. Good luck, fellas. Yeah, that's a good heads up match right there.
All right, we've got Mr. Mo, Nabat, and Trickster, our final two tonight. First hand.
Hello,
Kings
Cowboys
versus the Ace-9.
All right, Trickster definitely going to open it up with ace-9. Now what will Nabat do with the Cowboys?
Wow, I like this, being sneaky with the Cowboys.
Just a call here.
Wow, top
6,
pair.
7, 9. Top for the ace-9.
Check and immediately leading out from Nabat. No jam though, I like this. Both players kind of under-repping their hands now.
Oh, a 10 of clubs here. That's a 4-liner. Gross for everyone. 6 of clubs pairs the board. Trickster likes to put a little blocker action out there in this spot. And this time goes a little more than blocker.
Yeah, Nabat probably can't raise, but he's not going to fold here. Got 2 pair. You beat anything but an 8 or a 6 here. Backdoor clubs. Makes the call.
Does make the call. Yeah, board got a little rough for Kings, but
Well, and you heard the ooh, too,
Yeah.
from our seat 7 over there. Trickster, as he was like, wow, you had that hand? Did not see you having that hand there. And that the way Nabat played that there, a little tricky on the button with Kings. Did not put in a 3-bet pre-flop and got paid off there.
yeah, Nabat pretty fortunate that that run out was a little rough for top because Kings had a big lock on it.
You got paid, Mo. You got paid. This one?
So that brings Nabat up to 2.39 million.
And again, we could take this opportunity again to really shout out Nabat, because 2 weeks in a row he's been on our final table, but he's been on many more recently. And not just on the stream. He plays in a lot of our tournaments, and he seems to always be in and around the final table. So shout out to Nabat. Whatever you're doing, brother, you're doing it right.
And
Keep running good.
Check.
Check. Check.
Here we are, heads up. 2 players that know each other very well. Nabat and Trickster have made plenty of final tables together, so you know they've seen each other a lot getting to these final tables. Yeah, and let's not forget Nabat final table to New Year's Bank. That's a pretty good one to hit, as that tournament had a lot of cheese in the prize pool.
Yeah, great point. By, where would it go? Let us, Shroom Angels, there we go. Letting us know that these players both have well over 30 big blinds. 37 to be exact.
Right there.
Yep, I mentioned earlier too, Nabat and his wife have a trip to Puerto Rico planned, and I said, well, man, that's already planned. Where are you going to go if you win this one? You know, you're going to win almost $12,000. You might add another destination.
All right. Stop.
Love seeing it. friendly guy.
Stop in Puerto Rico on your way to Greece.
Friendly guy with a supportive wife who supports his desire to play in these poker tournaments. She comes up here and hangs out, eats dinner with him. They just have a good thing going, so love seeing it. Trickster going to take one down with the 9-4 offsuit.
Yeah, and Trickster had a pretty high frequency of opening his button three-handed, so he will definitely continue that.
Should have raised kings. More value.
Did he?
Yeah.
That is 9.
Because ace-9 heads up, it's a monster.
Talking about that kings versus the ace-9 there.
Yeah.
Could have gotten a little spicier if they both played a little bit more aggressive on that flop. Still a nice hand, though, for Nabat, as he got a lot of chippies. We do get this in heads-up play sometimes. A couple of trash hands, and both players missing the flop badly. Bet and a take it. This tournament did start at 10 o'clock this morning. Of course, you can always register late. I think the registration goes on for like 4 hours or something. But you know, if these players started out at 10 o'clock, they have been playing a long day, 12 hours of poker.
All right, guys, we have a 130. We're going to continue to first. Available. And we're going to get this hand turning over.
Trickster will continue to open up his button. 130,000 to go. Nabat will defend with that 7-3 of hearts. King, queen, 8, 2 hearts. Nabat checks.
100.
Trickster is going to rep the kind of hand that he opened with.
Check.
Trickster does pick up a gut shot here.
Nabat still has 32% equity with all the 3s, the 7s, and the hearts.
250.
250 here with a peak.
Easy call if he knew his 2 cards were live, hitting a pair.
Right.
Always tough calling one card to come on just a flush draw. So he's going to let that go. Good disciplined fold there. Mitchell A., you still out there in the tourney, my man? No, they just, I think, busted the bubble.
Yeah, last peek I had, they were on the bubble.
Peek out there, see if our man Mitchell's still out there grinding. Look for that beautiful dome. 10-9 and ace-king now for Trickster.
I see Mitch giving us a wave.
There he is, rock and roll. Good luck out there, Mitchell.
Got a milestone satellite out there going as well. 29 players in that one. And they are down to 18 players in the 175 deeper stack tonight. That has busted the bubble. They are in the money.
Here we go, both players flopping a pair, heads up. Second pair versus top pair.
8 king, heads up, let's go.
Oh, wow. How about a 9?
9 ball, big card for Nabat.
Huge card for Nabat.
And you think these players don't know each other?
Exactly,
He's
check
going-
from Trickster.
Going for some value here, 250,000.
653.
Trickster has that ace king and landed it. We'll check raise and then find the bad news here as Nabat
Snap calls him. Music
makes the call
to Nabat's ears when he gets raised there. Just like that, we have a $1.6 million pot. I always say dollars. It's tournaments, damn it. It's just chips, whatever.
Yeah. Queen of spades here, no help for anyone. Yeah, there's a blocker
What
bet
was
from
that size?
Trickster.
What was the sizing he went with there?
75,000.
Oh no, he made the call.
All in and a call. The bot's going to get the full double here.
Wow. $75,000 blocker bet. Huge jam for Nabat. And no thought there from Trickster. Just said, ace king is too strong here. I'm not folding. Flicks in the call. Wow, what a hand.
So yeah, big hand for Nabat there, and he will take a commanding chip lead now, up to 4.2 million.
Full seesaw effect there as big old pile of chips going to go over to Nabat.
So yeah, the first big strike of our heads up action goes to Nabat, and it is juicy.
Not a knockout, but a knockdown for sure. Knocking Trickster down to 1.3 million. And the turntables have turned, they say. Nabat with the big chip lead now. 4-1. Wowzers, wowzers, wowzers. It's going to take him a minute to stack all those chips up. 74.55 for second place. Just under 12,000 for first. A lot to play for still.
Lot. I wish I was playing for a 7,000 or an 11,000 payout tonight.
Absolutely. Reminder, this is just a $360 buy-in. Do this every week unless we're having our even bigger one or one of our special events like that Trailblazer series that's coming up at the end of this month.
Tournaments are hopping here. Texas Card House Dallas and Texas Card House Las Colinas. Ace, king, queen, another big flop here.
Yep, great point, both guys. Still 20 bigs, and great point there. Trickster is 2 all-ins for winning, so, yep, you're never out of it.
Nabat will check call with his queen 9. We go check on the river. Nabat shows the queen. Third pair on the flop there, so no reason to get overzealous.
When you play in these, single day events, multi-day events, no matter what kind of event you're playing in, no matter what tournament you're playing in, you've got to run good. But the ultimate goal is to run good, win when you get down to the final table.
Absolutely.
Both of these players have had some serious run good, and they've been playing good. And really, we saw Trickster forever there, just with premium after premium hand. Just ran into some nasty luck there.
He's played terrific at this final table. I mean, that was really the first hand of
super cooler
of any kind of resistance that he had to deal with, and boy, it was a big one.
Yeah, it's one of those ones. The deuces rips on you. If you could see what we could see, you got the 7-6 suited. You're snap calling, but unfortunately, not the hand you want to go with there. He's now under 1 million in chips. For the first time in a long time, as he had that stack for quite a while. Still 16 big blinds. Oh, look at that. How did you know, Nabat says. He said, I didn't know anything. I just knew that I had 6 high, brother.
I just knew I wasn't playing.
Yeah.
It's the walk with the aces.
Walk with the aces. Better than a loss, though. Always. Too shy of and 100. This is hand 98 at this final table. Yeah, I feel you there.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. I hardly ever look at my walks.
It's a tough habit to break. Priya says, oh well.
Oh well.
Does make you feel like run back. I love how everybody's checking on our man Lego now. Lego's doing real good. We turned this into a poker / Joe Rogan show all of a sudden. But we're up to talking about damn near anything on here. Saturday night, we can push the envelope a little bit, RJ.
Queen 3, 7, 10. Nabat's got the only pair. Lego's good and getting better.
A 10.
10.
A freaking 10.
Nabat shows his 7. That'll take it down. Miss Davis, you go prom me.
Miss Davis don't even know what she did to a bunch of us young bucks back in the day.
Tell you what.
She was indeed a solid 10.
Indeed. Legendary, my friend.
Lego saying, Houston, you don't have a problem, and nor do I.
Nabat just calls from the button with 6 deuce of spades, and we got some action over there in the big blind as Trickster has kings. Goes with a big raise. Nabat's in the muck.
I like it. Didn't show. Didn't show the kings.
Heck no.
Don't need to let him know. Another spot there, though. You might have tried to play him a little tricky when you're so short, hoping that that would be your spot to try to get a double up, but you don't know that your opponent is so weak there with the 6 high.
Trickster raises it up on the button with King Jack. Ace, King 9. Pretty good flop for King Jack, heads up.
Nabat gonna look for that 9 again on the turn. Budapest, all right, hello. How you doing, Mo? Trickster not gonna put his opponent on an ace here. Gonna go for some value, although he does chop with any king now, except for King 9. Obviously ace king. Takes that down, and he's back over that milli mark.
Hand 102 here. Heads up between Nabat and Trickster. Nearly $12,000 up top tonight. $7,000 and some change for second place. This the even bigger one. $365 buy-in tournament, Texas Card House, Dallas.
King high gonna be good.
Last call,
$4.5 to 1 chip lead for Nabat. Uphill battle for Trickster.
one. You still want to transfer? Go ahead. Cowboy, would you like to tequila?
Strong holding here, heads up.
Yeah, blinds
Queen
are
Jack.
blinds are up a little bit. You see Trickster look up at the board there, 35,000, 70,000 here. Well, it's now 70,000 to go. 175,000 every lap of the button here, and those laps are pretty quick. Heads up.
Absolutely. Yeah, the last few times these guys have woken up with big hands, their opponents have had, you know, the 6 highs. Here's another one, ace king for Nabat on the button. See what sizing he goes with here. They continue to just go with that 2X.
Looks like he's reaching for some more here.
He's like, this is a knockout worthy hand. I'm gonna pop it up a little bit. And
Definitely bumps it up, and
those folded cards beat him into the pot area.
Queen 3 did not last long for Trickster. It was in the muck in a hurry.
Hand number 105, could we get to 111?
Mo mentioning a hello from Budapest. Checking in all the way from Hungary. Where's everyone checking in the chat from? Where are you guys watching tonight? 350 viewers still. We're heads up. Down to our final 2. We always like to see where everybody's checking in from.
Yep, definitely
4,
past
8.
Lato's 103. Top pair, bets, takes it down.
Hit something, say something. Very nice strategy when short-handed.
I love that we've worked and played here for so long that I hear the laughter of particular players in the background. I've already heard one of our favorites, Mr. Galoo, out there laughing in the background. I hear old Matty Ice over there.
Those are the 2 I recognize
Matty
as well.
D. St. Louis in the house, Stockton, California, Fort Worth, Antarctica in the house.
Big sky country.
Yep, Montana in the house.
PG County, Maryland, I believe I saw at the top there.
Stockton.
Very cool.
The Ionosphere. Wow, 333. We did have the 666 flop earlier. Now we got the 333.
Yeah, a couple of flops
Brandy.
here with the trips.
Brandy not quite as much devil in her as Miss Mary had.
About half as much.
Denver City, Texas. Jody Mertz.
There you go.
All right, all right, all right. Never been to St. Louis. They got casinos and poker in St. Louis.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, I used to play a little bit at the casino out west of town. And, of course, that was several years ago. I think most of the action is more downtown now.
New Mexico. Arizona. Love it. Evidently, Lego's a big satin fan. I didn't know you wore satin. Thank you for wearing at least your Astros jerseys and things that are more appropriate when you're in here, not just your satin and lacy gear that you wear outside of here. That's a visual.
Nabat landing middle pair. He's had a lot of middle pairs here, 3-handed and heads up. Or he's just elected to check and call.
Lubbock, Texas in the house. Wisconsin in the house.
Bot checks again, and Trickster again will apply pressure, and this time takes it down with 10 high. Gets that pair of sixes out of there.
Yeah, you definitely have to do that heads up. You know, unfortunately, I haven't been in a lot of heads up situations lately, but heads up poker, you can't just rely on smashing flops. You have to be able to bet not only your range, but you know, with hands that don't land. I mean, you got to steal pots.
Yeah, once you start getting three-handed and heads up, naked pressure is a must.
Naked pressure. Sounds painful, but it's a must. Tulsa, Oklahoma in the house.
Oklahomies.
Aces.
Nabat just rips it here with his pocket fives.
Wow, and Trickster was calling for aces.
Saw one.
Saw a couple of ones and ace, though. The other is a 4, but it's the suited variety.
Derek's got that good-looking picture here on YouTube. I wonder if he is piddling around in the Tulsa series that's going on recently or this weekend?
Wow, the ace 4.
I think it was last weekend.
Ace 4 folds there. Ace 4 hearts.
Travis B checking in from Omaha, Nebraska. Played there on the Iowa side of the river. Fun little card room.
You think they miss Peyton Manning in Omaha, Nebraska? I think they miss him. He used to call their name every game, over and over again, pre-snap.
Omaha. Turned into here we go. 6-3 of hearts for Trickster.
Yeah, growing up, it was always blue 42, you know?
Right? So simple. Heart on heart crime.
Jack 10 Dewey.
Dewey.
Heart on the turn. Could we see a heart?
Yeah, and these two do a mighty fine job of controlling pots. That keeps them in tournaments a long, long time.
We get a heart on this river, and it's going to be all she wrote. And Trickster dodges disaster, no heart.
Instead, it's the queen of spades, making 8 high. The goods here if we go to showdown.
You cannot take 6 high to showdown.
670,000 in this pot.
And you cannot call with 8 high.
Puts a little extra on it and takes it down.
There you go. Very nice play by Trickster. Not only does he dodge absolute disaster, he finds a way, finds the strength to bet with 6 high and takes that one down. A much needed pot for him. Hand number 110. Yeah, indeed, Shroom.
Yeah, Derek mentioning that he final tabled the last Run Good up at Tulsa. I know they do a good job up there with some Run Good series.
I didn't realize Peyton has Omaha production now. Yeah, he is a funny dude. You know, when he and his brother both first came to the league, you're like, these guys just look like goons. You know,
dude, I liked it when he
but
first
they're
come out.
They're funny. They're funny
Yeah,
guys.
I found him entertaining. I have the same dumb humor, and I'll work for Omaha production. You guys give me a shout.
Raise with king high. Trickster waking up with the ace high. I'd like to see a 3-bet here. Just going to make the call, I believe.
All right, 185,000. Let's see a flop.
It's Peyton.
Peyton.
Well, no, it's Peyton. God, nobody landing a pair again.
We got a 4.
4 ball, corner pocket.
I have 4.
Yes, you do, Nabat.
I hit that river,
He
baby.
says, I have a 4 with such pride. We're going to get it done. Ace 5. Man, maybe I should have played that a little more aggressive pre-flop, just taking that sucker down, but he's got the button now. Hand number 111.
Hand 111. Ones are wild. Let's see some aces.
Let's see something. We are 3 hours into this final table. Still over 350 of y'all joining. Thank y'all again for engaging in the chat, making it fun for RJ and I. We're having a good time on a Saturday night. Couple of bachelors in the booth.
Yeah, where would we rather be? We're having a good time. 10-9 offsuit for Trickster. That's better than some of the button holdings he's been getting. And a little rough over there. This time, Nabat has the best of it with Queen Jack.
All right. A lot of flops can get crazy here with these two holdings. Not really one of them.
King 8-5, everyone misses.
Battle of the backdoor draws, and Lesser bets and takes it down in position. And there we go. We passed the 111 hands. It was the top guess for the most hands that we would make it to.
So the over is a winner.
Over is a winner.
Mr. Scoots in the chat.
Pretty big chip lead still for Nabat. Let's see if he uses that big stack in position here. King high holding.
170.
That's suited King 8. We've seen a few of them.
Yes, sir, Derek. We'll put that up in just a second, my man. Big tournament
Boy,
coming up at the end of this month.
We've got it scheduled for you, Derek.
Great opportunity. Hello.
Queen 8-8. Big flop for that suited King 8. No holdings here for Trickster, but you never know.
Yeah, Nabat just saying, I hope you have a queen here. He said, no queen one time? Yeah, Derek in the chat was asking about tournaments coming to the Dallas area.
Mark it down.
Yeah, we've got the two clubs here, TCH Dallas and TCH Social in Las Colinas, just about 7 or so miles apart from each other. The Trailblazer Poker Tour, which Texas Card House is putting together. It's traveled throughout some of our other locations in the state already. It is making its way to Dallas January 21st all the way through February 3rd. Two big highlight events there. $1 million event is the title event. That'll be at the end of that. There's satellites going on for that as we speak. And then a $400K guarantee as well. So going to be a huge, huge couple of weeks of tournaments.
Yeah, 21 events. You can get on Poker Atlas to see that schedule, or you can go to TexasCardHouse.com and see the schedule there as well.
Absolutely.
He put 100 out.
Yeah, I put 135 exactly. So
140 he has to make it.
Yes.
He has to min raise it.
Why he should min raise it? He
Because I put-
170.
Because he didn't have enough in there.
More, that was 35. I just put 100.
Yeah, he didn't put
So
enough in
and
there.
then I thought it should be 170, and then my bad.
There we go. Little confusion on the amount needed to be bet there with the King 7.
Like what the?
Mo woke up with an ace queen and ripped it all in.
Yeah, I think he meant to min raise there and didn't put in enough, so the dealer asked for more, and then he put too much more in.
Right.
So they had to kick a little back there. Little 10 high connector violence here. 10-9 taking on 10-8. And a 10 high flop. 10, 4, 5.
115.
Trickster will check. Nabat bets the button 115,000. Just a call. Ace of clubs on the turn. 8 ball on the river, and that is a spicy card. Trickster has 2 pair now.
425.
Hitting the ocho.
He comes out for 2/3 pot.
Was out kicked. The 9 was still live and playing, and lands the 8 on the river.
Nice fold there from Nabat. He suspected something was up, so he makes the laydown.
Yeah, you bet, Derek. The last time we had a $1 million event here, I know the first place prize was well over 200,000. We crushed the $1 million guarantee, and hopefully we will crush this one, especially with all the satellites that we're running to get into it. It's an $800 buy-in. I know we'll have people that are still going to fire multiple bullets in that one, so going to be a huge turnout at the end of this month. Pretty good return on your investment. $800 if you could turn that into 200K plus.
Absolutely.
Yes, please. Bankroll, builder, and then some. The 10-3 for Trickster. Don't know if he's looked at those nasty cards yet. He's on the button. Raised it though. 170.
Yeah, he did. 170 to go. Nabat's got the ace. Just a call.
Tapping me now?
Check.
Ace lands here for Nabat. It goes check, check. Going to open it up here on the turn.
I think you were trapping me.
And a quick fold from Trickster.
Mr. Scoots, I think if you just comment like once an hour, you earn points. It's a slow process. I just started doing it after commentating for over 2 years. I just started doing it within the last 6 months or so.
Whatever. You've had points forever. You just lose them all.
No, because you've seen the highest I've gotten my points has been up to like 22. And we've got people that like have like 100 million. So
there you go. So keep those comments coming. Make sure you build those points up. You'll pass.
wow.
You'll pass Eric here in about
All right, watch this hand, baby.
2 comments.
This is gross.
Nabat. He's got the aces on the button. He'll raise it up.
235.
No raise from Nabat.
Oh, pardon me. We have a limp. There we go.
Yeah, and King 9 is a really strong hand, heads up.
Yeah.
But when a player limps the button and then jams on you.
I actually love doing that heads up and 3-handed. I like to pressure with mediocre hands and trap with the big ones, right?
Yeah. Yep. See, there you go. Mitchell can afford to lose 10,000 loyalty points and still have 2.1 million.
There's a look at those player stacks. 4.3 million for Nabat. A little over $1 million over there for Trickster.
Big payout for first place is going to be $11,600 and 74, I think it was, or 77 for second.
Think
Put
you're
that
right.
up in just a second.
Yeah, 11,680 up top. A little over 7,000 for second. Check, check here to the turn. Nabat lands the best of it.
Open-ender for Trickster.
Still open-ended.
125.
9 ball, 2 pair now for Nabat.
Bet and a fold. So yeah, here's again what we're playing for. 74.55 for second place. 11,000. It says 860. I think it's 680, but either way, just shy of $12,000 off of a $360 buy-in. 30,000 was the guarantee for this TCH Dallas bigger one, and they crushed that by almost $12,000. And boom, that's how you got almost 12,000 for first place.
And cha-ching, here we are. Heads up at the final table.
Andrew Holton, great question. Tried to figure it out myself. Don't know what the points do. Just gives you something to do.
They bring Eric Payne.
Yeah. Because it's Streamlabs. It's
Suited
not, it's not a
Canuters.
TCH thing.
10-3-4, big flop for 10-7. Bets it, takes it down. Trickster in a little rut here where he's just flopping air. Never fun heads up.
Yep. Armin says, go Nabat. So
Go Nabat.
another friend just finding out his buddy's at a final table.
Let's go.
And he's down to a heads up match. Playing for almost $12,000.
Internet Chat
Pro.
Chat Pro cred. Love it.
140.
145.
In the 8-5 of hearts, Ocho Cinco. Lego hitting us with the big capital letters there. That means he's serious.
258.
Hearts.
You always got cred, Lego. It's all good.
Wow.
Now Nabat-
Trickster had a pair of 4s and now gets turned by the 5.
And he is holding that king of hearts in case it could cause a mess. 7 of diamonds. We go to showdown.
Yeah, those are going to be frustrating hands when you see your king highs getting outdrawn. But of course, Nabat had the hearts, hits the pair, takes that one down. Let's see, yeah, Trickster is getting super short here. $5 million for Nabat, so he is just steamrolling his opponent right now. Derby D coming in just in time.
What's up, donkeys?
Hand number 120. Final 2 players.
Nabat
wow.
with kings. Just a call from the button.
He's going to be all in with the Queen 10.
Queen 10
Yep.
rips it. Trickster will rip right into the kings. And Trickster going to be at risk.
He needs more than just a trick. He needs a queen and a 10 or some running cards here. That is not going to do it.
Ace, 6, 4. Going to need a lot of help. Deuce of spades, and that will do it. That is a final hand, and Nabat will take it down tonight. That hand giving him the top prize of $11,680 tonight. Great run for both these players. Mr. Trickster eliminated in second place.
Absolutely. Great job by Mr. Trickster. 74.55. And for Nabat, a lot of final tables, but this is his first ever win. So
I felt like that might happen tonight for Nabat.
You know, winning a tournament is what we're all playing for when we play tournaments. I haven't won a tournament outright in over 2 years, so I'm ready to win a tournament myself. Haven't been playing in many, but when you play them, that's what you want to do is win.
Top
Nabat, first place, $11,680. Congratulations to him. What an excellent showing. And we will show him shaking hands and celebrating with friends.
He's going to get that new Texas Card House Tournament Champion card protector, a nice coin.
You hear him saying, finally. His wife's in the room. She was out there supporting him tonight. Obviously, he said they were going to take a vacation. Donovan's going to take his picture here. Seat 5. Well, he was playing in seat 4, but he's sitting in seat 5 now. Nabat, your TCH bigger one, tournament champion, taking home just under $12,000. making Mama happy out there. A lot of friends in the chat. We're rooting him on. So congratulations, Mo. Last 10 days, indeed, he's had like 30K in wins
There we go.
in these tournaments.
Yeah,
so.
he's been making a lot of appearances at this final table, and tonight, finally,
there's the missus. Just
cracks the code. He's the champ.
She's on stage. She's happy for her man. Big hug. Look
There
at
we
that.
go.
Look at that. Good stuff, man. That's really awesome. Hand number 121. So we went 121 hands. Excellent job from all of our staff here putting together these tournaments. Thank you to Cooper and Jacob for doing all the production work for
Jacob.
us. Our dealers tonight were Brandy finishing up there. Mary started us off. There's Donovan, you can see in the picture. Shout out to Donovan. He wanted to remind you guys, check out the schedule for Poker Atlas. We've got satellites going on, like 7 satellites a week right now.
A bunch.
As we get closer to.
Yeah, you want to get those tournament lammers
this
fired up.
Yep.
Because this bad boy is coming.
Yep. 21 events, both locations here, Dallas and Las Colinas, January 21st through February the 3rd. Highlighted, again, by that $1 million guarantee, $800 buy-in. But again, you can get in via satellite. The 365 buy-in, 400K guarantee. Multi-flight is before that. There's PLO, Hold'em, high roller events, and all kinds of other stuff. Some, I think, low ball, other stuff going on that I don't even know how to play.
Right.
So going to be a lot of fun for everybody. So come on out at the end of, I can't even, Derby D, I can't even with you, man, in the chat. Anyway, but yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. 10 days from now, this sucker's going to get kicked off. Of course, we will have another one of these tournaments on Saturday.
That's right.
Cash stream Tuesday night. RJ and I will be on. We had a fun one with 3 coin.
I believe we still have a cash game stream. We're not sure. Check with us on that because
for this Tuesday,
the first event of Trailblazer coming up. But we have
this,
one more
this
week.
Tuesday.
One
this
more
Tuesday.
week.
Yeah, we will have a live stream this
Let's have
Tuesday.
a cash game this week.
Gonna be a lot of fun. So we'll see you guys soon, and thank you again for joining us. Again, RJ DePrizzle in the hizzle next to me.
Yeah, congrats to our winners, Mr. Nabat. Finally taking one down.
Yeah, absolutely. Congrats to him. He's had a lot of big scores lately.
Trickster, sweet run as well.
Trickster, sweet run.
Good night, TCH.
Good night.